at that.
Howdy, partners in wine. That's loud. Let's turn that down. Hold on a
It was
second.
that loud
There we
last
go.
week.
Well, for some reason, I got to hit the button twice for it to get the
Welcome to the show.
Anyway, I'm Getcha Gumi.
I'm Christy May.
Miss J. and turn Ryan at you.
Yeah.
And this is Wine with the Wifey.
He's already in.
Yeah, he's already in character.
Personality.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I played a song, but it's super duper copyrighted.
Oh yeah, that's Sony. Sony will copyright strike in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah.
They're worse than
Disney.
They're worse than Disney.
Yeah.
So I have a purse that is larger. I don't generally like to carry it because it doesn't have like a shoulder strap or whatever. But I can lock it. Like I have a key for it, you know.
To those of you just joining, this is a conversation that started before the stream started.
Yeah, I'm finishing. So I have been liking, you know, just having my open purse.
So now we'll continue.
You know,
knowing that there's no context for anyone to join.
It's fine. Into it and whatever, but now apparently I need to like switch it over.
I'm just letting the viewers know that they don't. If they're confused,
really
it's rightfully so.
The shit I did, like I feel bad for a lot of the shit I did to my mom. I really don't know why the fuck I did what I did, to be honest.
Well, we know why she does it, obviously, because she's got the trauma.
Yeah, but there's a lot of kids that don't have the trauma that have done the same thing.
That's true. That's true. Her mom did the same stuff.
Yeah,
too.
but
her
my
bio
sister
mom
did the same thing.
So maybe your mom did the same things, or your dad.
Maybe.
No, I was a bit of a rebel.
Your parents were like protesters.
It was funny. That was funny. I was talking to one of the guys at our work party the other day, and he was talking about how his brother was like a big troublemaker, and he's like, you know, I did like normal stuff, like innocent stuff, you know, like sneak out and blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah, I did innocent stuff, like sneak out and break into the elementary school and smoke cigarettes and evade the police. Yep. You know, innocent things.
Like, yeah, totally
he was just like, what?
Yeah, man.
Ryan's like, well, at least you were never in trouble with the law. I'm like, no, you forgot. I was almost in trouble with the law. I got caught shoplifting, but because my cousin worked at the mall, he was able to get me out of it.
Oh.
Yeah. I was in the back of a cop car once. That's pretty cool.
I was in the back of a cop car because this is an interesting story. So I was in elementary school. I was probably third grade.
Perfect time to be arrested.
Right. Well, I wasn't arrested.
Just
just listen to the story. So, little background. There's this thing in Stillwater, the town that we grew up in, called the Andiamo, which is like a riverboat. You go and you have like a. They
do like dinners on you float down the river and stuff.
Oh.
Period.
Themed
role play dinner.
Oh, nice.
And then you float down the river and
you could be a lumber baron in the 1800s, just floating down the river.
Awesome.
It's really cool.
It's pretty awesome. But when I was in third or fourth grade, they got robbed, and all of their liquor was stolen off the boat.
Wow.
And my friend and I were, you know, we were millennials, so our parents never cared where the hell we were. And so we were just wandering around in the woods, and we ran across this giant stash of alcohol. And my parents drank all the time, so I was like, well, there's got to be something to it. So we decided to take a bunch of it down by the lake, and like we didn't have bottle openers, so we're just breaking bottles open on a rock and wondering why people drink this stuff because it's disgusting. And then started feeling a little weird, so we're like, well, let's go back to the house because we're starting to. Welcome to the show, everybody.
That was like, woo!
How the heck did that happen?
Really got caught on the. Really can't walk by wires without.
Jeez, Charlie. Well, he was going to go in his crate. I would suggest that after this, you just crate him, Matt.
Get some paper towels.
Mm-hmm.
You go intern.
Yay! Thanks, Charlie.
He's very excited. Look at him. He's like, oh, it was part of the show.
My help. You just straight up broke it. It's like snapped off here.
Oh, well.
Well.
Lighting is going to be caught.
Yeah.
It snaps back in, though.
No, this part's
Oh.
the part that holds it onto the.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just talking about the outer part. I was like, I have a ring light.
Funny,
I know
I was
the
sitting
outer
here
part
thinking,
does that.
wow, we got started without a hitch.
So it's your fault.
Pretty much.
There you go.
Awesome, thanks.
Can you put him in his grave?
Carl, you're going into jail now.
Oh yeah.
Matt, you should just hang it by the wire or whatever.
Have you thought about getting him one of those like Kongs and then putting like some frozen peanut butter in them?
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't really like it too much. He's just rather like be a crazy person. Yeah, I would just hang it by the wire. Wrap the wire around the top of the thing there. Yeah.
No, I'm glad that beer didn't end up on me.
Right?
I felt
It'd
like
be
I
bad to smell
was
like
having
beer
like
the
a
rest of the time.
flash of my life coming before me. And it was like all in slow motion too. I was like, oh, we need to
I
watch
definitely
something.
must go in slow motion
At
down.
least you had some inkling.
I definitely can't
Now.
wait to watch the replay on that.
Dude, I want to see the replay on that.
I'm pretty sure I was like,
All right. I can't wait for it to go crashing back down.
This time exposing wires, spitting sparks everywhere. Okay, what were we talking about?
Who knows?
Oh yeah, I was a young lad drinking alcohol illegally
Oh, yeah.
in third grade.
Yep. Getting arrested.
So yeah, so we started feeling funny. So we were like, and I should say we were feeling exceptionally funny, like to the point where we thought it was a great idea to just like run around like natives down by the lake. If you catch what I'm saying.
No.
You don't know what
Were
going.
you running around naked?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now you know.
Yeah, so we.
The cops found you naked?
No. We put all our clothes back on.
Oh, jeez.
We're like, this is really
Imagine
strange.
that.
We should probably go home.
So
So
a bunch of naked drunk toddlers here.
we come out of the woods and we're walking back to his house and we hear this cop go, "Hey boys!"
What
and
you doing?
we were like, "Oh no," because we knew what we had just
Yeah.
done. And he's like, "Hey, just so you know, there was a bunch of alcohol stolen from the Andiamo the other day. So if you see any, we've got a tip that it's been hidden out here. So if you see any alcohol out here, you make sure and let somebody wearing this uniform know, okay?" And we were like, "Well, actually." So we brought him to the stash in the woods, and then in our brilliance as kids, we brought him down to the lakeside where we had been smashing it against rocks, and we were like, "It was still wet when we got down here. Well, it must have just been here. It's weird, right?"
Wow. Master criminal.
Yeah. So he gave us a ride to the police station.
Yeah.
in the car, and back then, cell phones weren't really a thing.
Yeah.
But the police had car phones in their car, so he had my friend call his mom, and he's like, "Hey, Mom, I'm in a police car," and the mom, you could hear like, "What?" Like over the thing, and then the police guy was like, "Oh, give me that. Hey, ma'am, yeah, I got your boys. They're just, they helped us find some stolen alcohol, so I'm gonna bring them down to this station and deputize them." And so we went down to the station, and they like gave us little toy badges and had us swear in as junior deputies and like all this stuff. Gave us a tour of the police station and everything. It was like crazy.
I wish they had given you guys that tour more belligerently drunk.
Yeah.
Like, imagine being a cop and you see a drunk 9-year-old naked. Like, hey, son, if you see some booze, hey, man, fuck you. You don't know me. You don't even know me. Like, all right, cool.
So what you're saying is you found him. Now, I guarantee you that cop knew.
Oh, yeah.
Because we smelled, I promise we smelled like alcohol. Because we tried the booze, we tried the beer, we tried everything till we figured out it was all terrible.
That's awesome.
And
you've been breaking the bottles, so of course it's probably splashing all over your hands.
All over us, yeah.
Yeah. Sheesh.
So, yeah, it was.
That is hilarious.
It was.
When I was a cop, I never encountered something like that. Like, no. Every time I dealt with kids, it was because they were left in a car at one of those video casino places, and it was like in the middle of winter, and they didn't have shoes, they didn't have coats, they just had like Navajo type blankets, and so I mean that's pretty much all the time that I dealt with kids was because they were just left in some car while the parents were gambling, and or child abuse situations, and I'd have to go in and take the kids out, be there when social work came and took them. But I've never seen like a drunk kid running around naked. Just, hey.
What do you do with that?
Yeah.
Got a drunk 9-year-old, naked. Yep, throw him in the drunk tank.
Yeah.
Sleep it off, you little fuck.
You can call your parents tomorrow.
Yeah, right?
That's when you get your call.
That's a kid's going places.
It's crazy because, I mean, Mitch definitely was a little master criminal. I mean, he'd been stealing his mom's cigarettes for like 6 years before he quit smoking. And she caught on. Like,
well, she finally, I'm sure she knew way before that, but it started costing her money because I got to the point where I was smoking a pack a day. I was stealing a pack a day from my mom.
That was pretty obvious.
Pretty obvious, yeah.
Dude, that's cash money right there.
She's like, "Are you stealing my cigarettes?" And I was like, "No." And then all of a sudden, her cigarettes stopped disappearing. I just quit cold turkey.
yeah, that's like when you abandoned your newspaper route in the middle of the woods and continued to take the paychecks from it.
Yeah, just some light embezzlement. Yeah, that's no biggie.
While they were breaking into construction homes and
holy shit, dude.
Well, that was later.
You were a cool
kid.
That was
later. Well, so I broke into the construction homes because they tore down the woods that I like to play in. So I would
natural reaction.
I would put sticks in the cogs of all the tractors and stuff to like try and sabotage them. Yeah, I didn't know how to do that, so I just shoved stuff in the cog. Of course, it's a track vehicle, so it's just going to snap the stick. But I felt vindicated. And then I spent an entire day in math class writing down every possible 3-number combination to a lock that required 3 numbers that no numbers could be duplicated, and it didn't matter what order you did the numbers in. So I wrote every possible combination, and then I went out there one night and just went through the list, figured out the code, and then I realized it only took like 5 tries, and I was like, man, these things aren't very secure. And so every time I ran into one of those things since that point, not since, but like for a couple years after that point, I'd just walk up and run through the things and be like, all right, cool, I can get into this building now.
Like, well, I mean, if my kids were like that, I don't even know what I'd be thinking. I mean, the worst that...
I'm pretty sure if my dad had known, he would have been proud. And my mom probably just would have been done with it. She'd just been like, I don't even know what to do. Are you getting good grades? No? I still don't care.
I mean, I definitely
Enjoy prison, you little shit.
Don't think Clay would ever have done that. Braden, he was more of the juvenile delinquent of the two. But the most he ever did was he'd be like skipping school on top of the roof of the garage, Snapchatting his dad leaving for work, and then posting it in his stories. And then we'd find out about it because, for one, I saw it in the stories because I followed him. And then for two, his friends were telling their parents, and so then my ex would find out about it. So then, I'd be like, Braden, how you lost your phone again? He's like, yeah, but I got a burner phone. I'm like, oh, okay. I see you really haven't learned anything. And he's like, well, I was like, I'm like, how do you get these? He's like, well, one of my friends gave it to me before school and we're
Looks
outside
like the
smoking.
Illuminati have a new member.
What?
One
What's
true
happening?
villain. So yeah, so this is intern Ryan. He's
I
normally
thought it was the Alexa.
he's normally a regular. He's normally a regular on the show. I think last time you saw Miss J when he was on duty. So.
That would be really creepy.
Wow.
So this is the he is not a new council member. He's just new to you. We're just talking about what delinquents we were as youths.
I wasn't.
Well, I was. What a delinquent I was as a youth.
And I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two delinquents.
Dude, I was lame.
Too.
Is that boss?
Oh my god.
Have I met? Wait, have I met? this person?
I don't think you've met one true villain.
I'm not.
We were trying to figure out what MS stood for the first time he came in. We still haven't figured it out.
What's up, Suckers? LOL.
Hey, Devin.
Suckers.
What's going on, man? Are you
alive.
are you on the road?
He was listening to Spotify late last night because I messaged him on Discord.
Mysterious shark.
A mysterious shark.
Oh.
Didn't he say that before? Or no,
Did he?
am I like imagining shit?
He might have. I'm terrible. We've established I'm a terrible person, so.
Clearly.
Nah, I'm chillin' at home. Taking it easy.
Big.
Awesome. Because your job is so very hard.
Well, he did get blown up one that time.
He did earn the name Devin Bacon
I'd like
legitimately.
to establish that that's because he's an idiot.
Not now, it's not. I'm not flying.
Oh.
Are you getting ready to move on to the next adventure?
Oh,
It's time for
was
the
it
next
because
adventure.
of the sleep apnea test?
Oh, or was it because of that? Yeah.
It's probably because of the drugs.
Let's just air all your medical issues over there.
Can we air all of your medical issues?
HIPAA doesn't apply to me.
What's in a huge bottle?
Oh, it's water.
Right now.
She's lying.
No
it's vodka.
upslip.
It's really water, I swear.
It's actually.
Yeah,
it's actually-
apparently Miss J overdid it yesterday, so
Today.
she's not
chasing-
How
going
did you
to.
overdo it? What
She's
happened?
chasing her hangover with a much more massive
Yesterday
hangover.
we went to James Creek Cidery after the event, and I had like 2 of the cider slushies and
Yeah.
2 ciders.
Those slider slushies are the
And then today,
Have to do another.
today we
30-day
were planning
compliance
on
report
after
the
our hike we went
CPAP.
to a winery and we had wine tastings and then a glass of wine and then I don't know, it just knocked me on my fucking ass. I was like, I got home and I was like, oh god, it's spinning. I need to
What?
eat food.
Oh, sheesh.
which is
Comes out this end.
What's happening over
that's
there?
awesome.
I'm just trying to make sure that the voice chat. It looked like the voice chat might be coming.
I
across
can't
the
see all of
screen,
what
so.
Bacon is saying because you've got the our
screen right in the
thing.
way.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, it's
Okay,
on the
I
other
see it
side
now.
too. Okay, I was reading the small. Yeah.
This side, I was like, why don't I
It's
see
right
you?
over there.
She's clearly still drunk.
I hear it.
Well, where's the screen at? I don't
Testing,
even
testing,
see.
1, 2, 3.
Testing,
You
testing.
hear it?
1, 2, 3.
Prestige. Worldwide.
Wide.
Wide.
I'm on a boat.
Look at me, motherfuckers. I'm on a boat. Well, that's Andy Samberg.
Yeah,
Leave boats and hoses.
yesterday I thought about the James Creek Cidery because I knew they had those slushies. I really want to try them.
Oh, they're so good.
And whatever, but
That's
you
a nice
know,
addition.
Chrissy
Yep,
Chrissy
there it
Goomy
is.
is like
So we'll go
such trouble. Like
over there.
I literally will have to. I mean, I don't feel like she deserves to go there and like.
Yeah, it's a nice
like we-
addition until somebody comes into the chat that wants to take advantage of it. So we try to
What?
keep it off of the live stream. It's more so that we can hear
he talking
when
about?
people are chatting.
So
It's not supposed to go
like
through the
when we went to that
actual stream
district tap
audio.
house, like we were just like, oh, you know, we don't want to cook. You know, we didn't really plan for dinner. You know, we're
That place
always
is really
rushed.
cool.
Dude, yeah.
The poorhouse. Oh my god,
Yeah.
it was
Then I
amazing.
found that place, and then I was like, damn, this is really cool. And then I posted a bunch of pictures on the Discord to Graham and Andy was like, damn, you guys shouldn't have brought her because she's been stealing all sorts of shit. She don't deserve a fancy dinner. I'm like, you're right, but I do. You don't see my message? Yeah, it was. Let me look it up.
Is the chat still going over the live audio? It shouldn't be.
Let's see here.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, maybe it wasn't you. I think it was the
Indian?
The Indian, okay. You're mine. Yeah, just writing to somebody in a different country. I was like, are you wanting to come by tonight? Like months ago. I see you're listening to Spotify.
He's probably like, what is going on here? Studying to be a doctor. Stop bothering me.
That's funny.
We're going to get it done.
Yeah. So I really want to go there and have some fun. I wonder if they still have like music bingo on Thursdays.
I saw that they do. I'm just curious. I don't know if they have it every Thursday now or if they're just doing it on specific Thursdays.
Yeah, I really want to go do music bingo again.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh, at the cidery? Yeah, I wanna do that. Problem is, if we both go, then we got to take Chrisigumi and.
Yeah, or we gotta put her somewhere.
Although I feel like
We gotta put her somewhere.
I feel like if she's if it's a family thing, then I think that's fine. Like I think she doesn't deserve any sort of events that don't involve us. That's for certain. And I'm pretty sure that if we brought her to the cidery, she would just be like,
No, this is kind of lame.
Yeah.
So.
Well, unless
okay.
if there was other kids there that
If there was
playing,
other kids there,
big
yeah.
Jenga or something,
Yeah.
she'd probably think that's cool.
Yeah, because I took her to that work party, and it well, you were there. She stepped out the truck and was like, "I'm bored."
Yeah, I know.
Like,
we were like, we
Well, you
just got
just
here.
got
literally
here.
just stepped out the truck,
You just stepped out of the car.
and then she wandered around with me for maybe 30 minutes. Like, Dad, I'm bored. Dad, I'm bored. I'm like, I mean, there's lots of woods around. You can go walk around and find something to do.
It may never come out.
Well, she was all grumpy, literally. So she comes out into the living room today, and I was trying to do homework, and Barley was being a massive pain in my ass, and then she plops down on the couch, and she's got an upside down smile, she's like, and I'm like, what's your deal? And she's like, I'm bored. I'm like, that's your choice. There's so much you could do. Why don't you go get a book? I don't want to read. I'm like, then you're choosing to be bored. There's so much you could do. When I was a kid, if I played all my Legos till I was bored of it, which really didn't take me. I mean, I played Legos forever, but and I was still kind of old. I was definitely her age playing Legos with my brother. And I even thought it was cool when I was a preteen to line my Matchbox cars up in the dirt and pour the garden hose over it I was running it through a car wash. So whatever.
I played with Legos and straight into high school.
So I was plenty. And then, I had chores and stuff, so I'd do chores, and I was whatever. And if there was it's too hot out or something, you don't want to move, I would just lay there on the couch and talk into the fan, whatever. I mean,
Man, I would ride my bike off into a
whatever.
I mean, I've seen she likes to do art stuff. She would be drawing and coloring book shit.
Well, she tried to take a bunch of printer paper, and I was like, "You gonna ask if you can have that? Because that stuff costs money."
Yeah.
She has a ton of coloring books. She has
I'm sure
a bunch
she probably
of
has
sketchbooks.
sketchbooks. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's why don't you use the shit I bought you? I bought you a goddamn bracelet making kit. You don't want to be using that, whatever.
Well, it's because she's not in school. She can't hustle anymore.
Yeah, she's
selling them for
at
$1 a bracelet. She's killing because I think probably a full bracelet was 15 cents of material.
Oof.
I mean,
$1 to a kid isn't that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's easier than having coins.
Yeah.
It's true.
The whole kit made 35,000 bracelets or some shit, and it was $20. So
Whoa.
I'm sorry.
Wow. 35,000 bracelets at $20. That was like a
makes-
fraction of a cent a bracelet.
I'll say, dude, she makes $35,000.
That's like an infinite markup.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be really upset that she made that much money.
And it had like all kinds of tokens and shit, you know. I was like, wow, this is fancy, you know. Had little like little lockets you could have on it and whatnot. I was like, dang, this isn't like when I was a kid. We just had the embroidery floss that you made the bracelets with, you know.
I used to make like the braid, like I would do the braided bracelets with like the you know, like the string, and then I also did the macrame stuff, so I made those and sold them. And then I've done like, I used to do like bead work, so I would like make like flowers and like bead.
So I used to make these little bandanas. They were like neck scarves, but then you cut the ends of them and then you slid the beads up on them, so they were like little old lady neck scarves basically. Yeah. But all my friends liked them, so I used to make them for them. I learned about it in Girl Scout camp. And then I used to do the embroidery floss bracelets, you know, when you like
what's your obsession with my water?
Had it like fastened to your leg and you were sitting there in class during story time just doing it.
Hey,
All
thanks
right,
for coming by,
69.
Devin. Have a good
Love
night.
you.
Night, Devin. Have a good beauty sleep.
Yeah. And then and I used to draw Disney princesses for people, and they would tape it onto their desk or whatever. And so whatever, everybody was always lining up, can you draw me a princess? It was 5th grade. It's kind of weird if you think about it, but
Yeah.
Buddy.
Dude, kids.
If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. We'll throw it up on the screen and probably go off on tangents about it. So,
or if anybody wants to talk about anything. Yeah.
just
an open
anything at
forum.
all. Open forum. That's right.
We're easily like slid off topic.
Yeah, mostly because we're dumb. Or I am, at least.
Well,
Jesus.
and drinking.
Yeah. Oh.
It's the drinking that does it.
He had to get a bath last week because he was just nasty. But at least he isn't as greasy as he was. He was a little monster. What was in his back end was all nasty? Like he had like a diarrhea episode or something?
Well, yeah. That's why he got the bath.
I was going to wash him
Ultimately,
regardless because he
but-
was so gross.
Yeah, he had an explosion.
I'm still thinking I need to shave his butt down just in case.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
That
Give
might
him a
help.
little Santa shave.
Well,
Santa shave.
we got
Sandy
Stormy that
shave.
doesn't really like drink much water, you know? And so I thought in my intelligence that it would be great to introduce some soft food to the cats because, you know, what cat doesn't like that stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, one of the cats definitely did not like it because they started having the shits.
Oh no.
And it was all over the stairs
Oh, God.
and right in front of the litter box.
I have cleaned up a lot of shit in my life. I've literally cleaned
He's
up.
cleaned up mine.
I've cleaned up the ostomy bag exploding all over the wall.
Oh.
I've cleaned up countless amounts of dog and cat shit. But this
I like the
diarrhea that
bag
was
exploding.
on the stairs
was the worst.
was the first time I've ever nearly thrown up. Like, I picked it up, I got a paper towel, and I was like, no big deal, and I grabbed it, and I was like, oh, this has to go in the trash immediately. Oh, God. It was
me.
like, I could not. It was
It was horrible though, because like we could smell something, and like sometimes. What the hell is he doing?
just stopping the stream. You know, no big deal.
He's this cat. Oh yeah, everybody's
determined.
the
Your animals
whole
are just
thing is
determined
just
to, like,
green up there.
Well, that's fine. That's,
Oh, okay.
That's the big deal.
Yeah, so like I could smell something that smelled horrific, and I was like, something don't smell right. And we looked all downstairs. I was like, maybe, you know, one of the dogs didn't go potty outside, you know, because sometimes they go outside and they just wander around and sniff things.
Well, at first we
let
thought.
him in, and then they're
First
like,
we
"Oh, you
thought
go to the
Barley was
bathroom."
farting.
Yeah.
He has been crop dusting, and it is deadly.
What is this?
Yeah.
Deadly.
What did he open? What is this?
A
A feedback.
feedback.
Okay.
So then I was like, it must be the cat genie because that thing's nasty. You know, like last week twice I was going to the bathroom, and it never fails that when I have to go to the bathroom, the freaking cat genie's pouring shit into the toilet so that it might splash my ass. And then,
This thing.
the hell? You brought up a page?
I guess.
So, and then, like, I was looking at the cat genie, and it goes through and it scoops all the plastic litter up, and then it, like, filters all the stool and whatnot out, and then it washes the pee away.
Right.
Well, twice I've seen it where it had, like, as it was doing after that, it goes through and it, like, scoops around the litter and with the solution to, like, wash it. Well, there was a turd underneath the little rake, and it was just dragging it deeper and deeper into the stuff, and I was like, well, that's gross. Like, that means that it's gonna make it all, like,
It's gonna cook it.
Yeah.
poop
Dirty.
cooked onto the litter, and then it's gonna be heating it, you know, and that's gonna smell nasty. So it's happened twice that it did that I've seen, and so I was like, it must be the cat genie. The smell of the
twice.
genie. And then Gitch goes upstairs and sees the shit
On the stairs.
on the stairs.
I'm gonna let them out.
Oh Lord,
Good call.
I was just like, this is disgusting. And then he comes down and he's gagging. He's like, I can't, oh God.
Yeah, I've never had a problem with like any sort of dealing with shit in my life.
Yeah.
Like any like nothing. This was like worse than a baby diaper. It was like
Brett.
Ryan cannot handle shit.
I
at
couldn't.
all.
I couldn't.
Almost like
He's
weak.
I'd be so screwed if he had to clean up after me.
I mean, that's okay. Look, like
I don't think he
the
can
mind
do
is a
it.
powerful thing.
It is until it happens.
true.
And then you're like,
Yeah, but you don't understand.
Matt, Gitch.
I shit all over the wall.
I
But I
was just like,
mean-
okay, let me deal with this. You go lay
But he
on the
was telling me
couch.
the JRTC story that I hadn't heard yet with the shit on his face.
What?
Oh, you
You
haven't heard
shit
this?
on your face?
I
like
didn't go to
lit-
JRTC, so
Oh, you didn't hear this story?
no.
Oh God. Okay,
But
cool.
they were telling me
Oh, shit,
last
story.
night when we were at James Creek Cidery and
I
I
don't wanna
ordered
tell it,
tacos
but-
and I didn't care. I'm just eating through them talking about it and I'm like, it doesn't faze me.
Talking about it never bothers me.
Yeah.
Obviously, like if I saw it and smelled it while I was trying to eat, that wouldn't work out.
Wait, you had real shit on your face?
Yeah.
Like human feces?
Yeah. Was it animal or human?
It was.
That's gotta be a
Well,
clip.
Yeah. I hate this story.
I hate this story.
It's actually kind of funny, especially after it's over.
It's always funny afterwards.
Yeah, it's always
It
funny
sucks
after the
ass
fact.
when it happens.
Oh, all right. Here, Chris, because you haven't heard it. So, we're at JRTC, and they told us for months going out there, like, you're not gonna have porter shitters, all right? You're in the 82nd Airborne. You guys should be infantry. You know, you need to start learning your field sanitation skills. I'm like, fuck that. That's fucking gay.
Except that learn your field sanitation skills, except if you dig a hole, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how am I supposed to do anything then if I
Right?
can't dig a hole?
Yeah, like that's the whole
That's-
like thing about sanitation.
Over here. Come over here. Over this way. There you go. Anyway. So, yeah, like, basically the whole premise is that Porter Johns are a luxury and we're not here to luxuriate you. It's like, okay, cool. Like, you know, I don't know what country you live in, but I'm in America, you know, and I shit in a toilet. Sorry. You know, I think every human being deserves the dignity of a toilet. Anyway. So...
I mean, even if we went to an austere environment, we would build.
Right, we
Burn
would build,
shitters.
Yeah, we would build latrines. Like, we
Yeah.
would build something to sit on. They're like, no, squat. We're like, wow, okay. So, and they were serious. So we get out to, like, the first jump site, and there's porta shitters out there. I'm like, oh, they were bluffing. No, they weren't. They literally had them out there and then explicitly cleaned them and then trucked them away. I was like, oh, you fucking dicks. So a few days goes by. I was like, great. Like, they are true to their fucking word. So I grab my e-tool. I'm like off in the woods looking for somewhere. I know I'm literally digging into a giant toilet, you know, because thousands of people have been out here. I'm like, great. I'm literally out in a fucking biohazard fucking wasteland. So I'm looking for undisturbed earth. So I whip out my heat tool and I take, a shovel full, and I chuck the dirt, and I'm like, okay, the ground is relatively, undisturbed. Like, it feels right, smells right, great. The immediate second shovel's full, all right, everything's gonna start slowing down now because this is all happening at once. So I get this weird feeling as I'm pushing through the dirt, and it's just like, and I'm like, and as I'm feeling this and hearing this, I'm also now smelling it as I'm in the middle of this fluid motion of like, oh my god, like I'm getting punched in the fucking nose with human shit. So as I fling a shovel load of fucking human excrement away from my e-tool, some of it flies off the edge of my e-tool, and I am just like, fuck, like I'm screaming in the woods because it is on my face. I'm just like, God! Like, I'm like driving. I'm like, fuck! So, I'm digging through my shit. I'm like, I have got to, like, I'm digging for toilet paper and sanitizing wipes. I'm just like, so I'm like, I do not have to use the bathroom anymore. So I'm storming out of the wood line. One of our Scotty O sees me, and he's like he sees I'm pissed. I'm like, hey, oh. So I walk into the headquarters tent.
The talk.
Yeah, the talk where, let's see, the Green Weenie. There we go, Lieutenant Green Weenie.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
So he's just like, hey, I'm flabbergasted. I'm just like in shell shock. I'm just like this sucks, but now this really sucks. And sure enough, like he's a sweet little puppy dog. Hey man, everything okay? And I'm just like, no, you idiot! It's not all right. Nothing's all right. I got another man shit on my face. And everybody's just like, what? Just absolute manic laughter.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, take your comfy off.
Here's what you do. This is what you do at home when you're hot at night too. Get that shower up.
Why are you bringing this up now at the end of the night instead of like earlier in the day when you've been up there all day? I have not changed anything.
It wasn't hot when I was up there just a bit ago.
I haven't changed anything. It's the same temperature it's been for the last week.
Turn that shower all the way to C till it hurts to get in. Then you'll freeze in there, hate your life.
And then
Then
she'll
you'll
get
feel
out and it'll
a
feel
lot.
really hot.
What was that?
And then she'll get out and feel really hot because she just...
Okay, go the other way.
Yeah.
Turn that bitch until it is super hot. You're gonna melt in that shower. And then when you get out, it's
It'll
gonna feel
feel cool.
freezing. And then eventually you'll reach homeostasis for about 20 minutes.
Just drink some water, kiddo. You'll be okay. You can open your bedroom window. I don't think it's supposed to rain anymore tonight. I don't think
rain,
it's supposed to
And
anymore
it's
tonight.
pretty cool outside. You're just an interrupter. You want to be part of it, I get it. But you're not an adult.
Yeah,
God damn it.
I told her it's not an appropriate show for kids, which includes you. Steven, hey, what's going on, man? Welcome.
Steven, you just missed the shit story.
Oh my god.
We won't make you tell it again.
But
You just go
intern
back
had
and watch
shit on his
the
face.
VOD.
Rewind this a few minutes back, Steve. It's a hell of a story.
He had
It's
shit all
really
over his
great.
face.
Well, not
Another
all
man's
of it.
shit.
Almost in his
Like
mouth.
smeared
But
everywhere.
it's-
Almost. It
Just had his
almost landed in
eyes
his
cleared
mouth.
out and like his ears, and that's
It almost could have gone up his nose, and that would have been shit
It might
because
as well. It
you'd
was
smell that
right
forever.
Here, and I could smell it. But it's the principle of the goddamn thing, Steve. Okay? It's the principle of the thing.
It was someone else's shit too.
Serve 'em night. How you doing?
Oh, serve 'em
Welcome.
night.
Showing
We're
up.
telling JRTC stories where our
Yeah.
intern had shit on his face, like literal shit. Liquid human shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, make sure you get off.
Love to see it, Steve. Steve, we have a new store. The coffee cups have the
I thought
graphic
you
on
told
both
him about
sides.
that.
I want to make sure he remembers.
Hey, Tony!
Hey, Tony. How you doing, man?
Tony, y'all better go get some beers after work.
Yeah.
Liquor.
Yeah, then do some shots because Steve's going to have
Shot,
some shots.
Shot, 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 shot.
Everybody.
I mean, Steven likes to dance, and just don't do so many shots he starts taking his
Yeah,
clothes
well,
off.
he's going
He
to take his
does,
clothes
like,
off
take his
regardless.
clothes
So
off.
when we stop doing the Wellerman, so maybe he won't, but
Oh, we're not doing the Wellerman anymore on this?
We haven't done the well.
we haven't done
Oh,
the
I
Wellerman
thought-
on this.
thought you
I
had
hum it
been.
in my head.
No,
every
we do
time.
it on, I do it when I game,
Oh, that's where I'm hearing it.
but I don't do it.
Sniffles like,
show.
don't be messing
like,
with
"I'm
me. I
good."
got a mat. Don't
This
touch
show
me.
has the Blue Pastel song that you like.
Oh, yeah.
Look at those two.
Are they hanging out in the crate?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Pierre and Barley?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're little friends. Well, I ordered that because the other crate was too small.
Finally. Yeah. It's in the description on YouTube. Well, maybe not on YouTube. Not on this video yet. On the older videos it is. And then it's also
Bogart.
You could always just put
On
it into the thing.
Twitch. Yeah.
Hold one for pins. Good playing. Good playing.
Don't accidentally drink coffee out of it. It'll be gross.
Me.
Yeah,
This
that's
is gross as
true.
having another man shit in your face. Army.
Oh my god.
I hate this place.
There was a time not too far away in the
I'm getting the
history that
In the history.
yeah, I was like trying to think here. I don't know what happened exactly, but it was like I could smell the shit. And it was like maybe singed my hair with the smell.
Till
just basically
11:30.
started.
There you
Yeah.
go. That works.
It'll be
I have first set
another
tomorrow, so that'll be fun.
hour and another 2 hours and 15 minutes.
There you go.
Yeah, and I just was like, I can't get the shit
Nope.
smell out of my nose. Like, I feel like, you know when smells like absorb to your hair or your clothes or whatever? I was like, it absorbed to my nose hair. I'm like, pretty sure.
Sniffles.
This is when the
Dude.
other light collapses.
We're gonna lose both the lights. Who
It's like,
loves Kitty?
The hell. He's such a trouble.
It's true. He's like the least graceful cat that's ever existed.
Yeah, calling him a cat is an oxymoron in and
Yeah,
of itself.
yeah. Oh, he's trying to jump over to the counter.
He's trying to figure
he'll
things
make
out
it.
right now.
You can do it.
He's like,
He's gonna jump right into the sink.
I can't wait till he miffs the jump.
It's be like one of those, you know, AWOL Nation sailing
Yeah.
song.
I love that video.
All right, there you go.
It never gets old.
There's the link
Now
for
he
the
comes back
for the
this
new
week.
store.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Oh my god.
He's like, dang, my plan didn't work out like I thought it was.
Here, can we get the?
Yep.
Maybe I can go this way.
Yeah, maybe I could jump on that file cabinet. It's full of shit.
Yeah, or maybe come here.
It's like, I don't understand. Why does everyone keep moving me around?
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty much,
He's
yeah.
just like looking around. He's like, I don't know what happened to my world just now. I was on the table and now I'm not. Yeah, Barley has really taken to being in that new crate. Like, it's funny because
That's good.
well, we had the other one and he was starting to learn to go crate up and stuff, but he couldn't turn around in it. It was
Well, you
too,
could barely.
too
Yeah,
big.
it was.
Yeah.
And so then I ordered the bigger one, but I couldn't, you know, I was like seeing on the reviews that people were saying that the large size wasn't fitting their golden retrievers and shit. And I was like, I'm like, I don't remember what size I had for Ginger, but I feel like it was an extra large.
Yeah.
So I ordered the extra large, and that's the extra large. It's quite a bit bigger than what we used to have.
Yeah.
But now he's got like a home for all three of them if they want to go in there. And then since we set it up, he's just been going in and out. And then he goes into the other one.
He's trying to
like,
eat
this
your
one's
phone.
too small. I'm going back to my other one.
And then Pierre goes and hangs out in the other one.
Yeah. Pierre's like, this is my crate. Don't go in this little one.
Barley.
What's he trying to do?
Just playing with Pierre.
Oh. So I'm going to eat Pierre.
It's fine.
Okay.
They're just playing.
Pierre will go ham on him if it's too much.
Pierre
He
Pierre
starts
let him
sounding
know.
like a freaking Sleeping Beauty gremlin thing. When they're like,
Epic.
There you
running
go.
around with their spears.
There's the link for the new store on the screen. Can't click it on the screen,
You guys
unfortunately,
remember that
but
Sleeping Beauty?
No.
No. I'd pull up a clip and just have it silent.
Man, have you seen Top Gun yet?
nope. But you know what? I do. I mean, I do have to go to the movies more because I'm paying
Now you have the
for the
theater
privilege.
thing,
Yeah, I'm paying for the privilege to see 3 movies a week, and I'm not going to see 3 movies a week. So I really should.
Dude, let's go on Monday.
And I do have to go without Chrissy Gumi sometimes because 1, I like to watch movies that she's not allowed to see, and 2, every time I take her, it ends up costing me $40.
right? Yeah, because she wants popcorn and
Yeah,
candy and
yeah.
soda. and all
I'm not
that.
even. I'll buy my own ticket, but let's see what time on Monday.
I'm on first up on Monday.
Of course.
Freaking God!
Of course.
We can go Wednesday though. It'd be nice if we could go Tuesday because tickets are cheaper on Tuesday.
Tuesday is a cheaper day.
But I'm on second up on Tuesday, so I can't go to the movies. Hello, Mikey Kun. How you doing?
Mikey Coon!
Coon. Nah, that's probably a better way to say it.
Mikey Coon!
That's
Oh,
Mikey.
I'm gonna say it.
Mikey Coon out there in YouTube land says
I'm gonna say it.
hello, just like that.
Here, we'll do it Wednesday. Wednesday.
What are you up to, Mikey?
Watching the Sleeping Beauty clip, trying to find where they're partying.
Oh.
Ugh.
Well, at least he liked our discussion about the name.
Mikey Coon!
Maybe you can schedule your seat off stream.
Maybe I can.
Hey, happy birthday, man! How old are you? 6 a.m.
Oh my God.
Really? Where are you at?
6 a.m.
What is 6 a.m.? That's
Europe.
yeah, that's 4, and then that's 10 hours ahead. So
Could be Ireland.
10 hours?
Actually, maybe not. 'cause
I think 10
Ireland's
hours.
11, right?
10 hours would be like India, maybe.
Yeah.
Nice.
Congrats.
Congrats.
They sound like fucking dinosaurs.
I
Well, we were talking about movies, and like my phone's like, "You want to see Jurassic Park?"
Oh, Asia. Cool.
Sick.
That's
I was
awesome.
right.
Yeah, you were right.
Asia.
That's
It's a
awesome.
big continent, my dude. You're gonna have to narrow that down.
You don't have to narrow that down.
don't have to if you don't
don't
want
be
to.
Get
pressured.
into your
No.
street address, phone number, all of your business and personal emails. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do any of that. The continent's fun.
Do you need a refill there, intern, or are you good?
Actually, I could go full.
Do
So
you
what
want
do you like to
Space
do,
Dust?
Mikey?
Sure. Whichever one this was.
That one? You want that one?
What are your fun activities do you like to do? Things you like to do? You like game?
Thank you.
There you go. Yeah. Make sure it's your public IP because that's the one that we need.
Thanks, boss. All right, last one. This is last call for me until Wednesday morning.
Oh yeah, because you're on duty tomorrow.
I'm on duty tomorrow, and I'll be on duty on Tuesday.
Oh, that's cool. What are your favorite types of books? Okay.
What's
so
your
you
favorite
like to
kind of
read,
game?
And now you game. Don't stop reading though. It's really important. You learn a lot from reading.
It's true.
Yeah.
Who is that?
It's like the day's whole worth of
Hey,
water.
the Lord
It is a
Toasty.
whole day's worth of water.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah. Those are good books.
Have you read?
Oh, see where they're dancing around the fire there?
The Game Grumps book. I don't remember
Where
what
they're
it's
making
called.
all this, the goons are like,
What kind of games do you play? Adventure mystery games?
But apparently they deleted that part out.
You
So
think-
it's only like if you were like young and watched it originally, you remember that.
Yeah.
The kids that see it now,
It's not there.
it's not there. Weird. Deleted history.
There's a lot of that going around.
Revisionist history.
Yeah. Well, it's like, did you see that the one mountain on Yellowstone National Park is being renamed to like First People's Mountain or something?
Well,
First
they're
Peoples,
talking about
naming it after us.
Where's my goddamn residuals?
I don't know.
they're talking about renaming Denali.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Which I thought Obama named it that.
No, it's been Denali for.
Has it
a
been?
long
Maybe he
time.
just went to Mount Denali.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, we know
all the
that.
forts are. Yeah, so is Fort Bragg. They're calling it Liberty.
Fort Liberty.
I'm
So
so
the
excited.
new-
I'm
the
so
new-
excited for that.
The new
Because
82nd Airborne song is going to be Liberty, 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 Liberty. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the entire division on the parade field and they say 82nd Airborne, attention, and everybody goes
Liberty, Everybody goes, Emu, Emu. And then back you go, and Doug. Oh my God, it's be great. Like, oh, I'm so happy. I'm going to push that so hard and so enthusiastically.
You don't have to push it, you just have to do it.
Oh, but I'm going to be happy about it. So many
Whenever,
people are like,
whenever you get in a formation where they're singing the 82nd Airborne song, you just bust out with that.
Liberty, Liberty.
We are
Yeah,
live on
yeah, we
Twitch.
are.
Yeah, we're live at Chrissy May 37 and at Gitchigumi. Here's a little.
Dude, I'm so happy. I can't wait until it's not Fort Bragg anymore.
You can see it right
Fuck the
there.
Confederacy. Fuck anyone that defends the Confederacy. They were fucking traitors. You know what really pisses me off? Good. Now it's time to talk about things that piss me off. You know what pisses me off?
Puts his
If you're
glasses
new to the
down.
show, this
is when the
is when
intern
we
starts
start to
going
get
off the
a little
rails.
bit controversial. So stick around.
Yeah.
You'll see some entertaining stuff.
Let's talk about something controversial. You know what's really fucking controversial? When you have the Confederate flag next to the American flag. Well, yeah, I'm really American. Yeah, Confederate flag, the rebel flag,
Where's this
and the
being
American
at?
flag.
Oh,
Oh,
everywhere. Like,
Everywhere.
People's,
Everywhere.
people's homes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that was
Like, hey,
happening at
moron.
Fort Bragg. I was like,
The,
oh,
That's the rebel flag that
There-
Confederates were traitors.
There was, it was at like state houses,
Yeah.
like state capitals in the South.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, fuck the Confederacy, traitors. Fuck that
I mean,
noise.
they
I
had
can't
they
wait.
literally had statues sprinkled all throughout the South of Confederate soldiers.
South will rise again.
It's been 100 years, bro.
First, I gotta plow my sister.
Clearly, they valued Confederate soldiers.
No, that's the Appalachians. Let's
the
not,
thing
let's
that
not get
I do
confused.
a bit of a situation is that when you're renaming historical things, it's not deleting the history. You
Oh, yeah, that
cannot,
shit
like,
still
get rid
happened.
of it. It still happens.
That shit still happens.
So now,
It's nothing we have
the
to honor.
new generations,
It's
with
certainly
the
nothing we
newly
need to
renamed
memorialize.
stuff,
We just
they're
remember
not
it.
going to know about history
Well,
because they're just going to be like, oh, everything's
I don't
cool.
think
everything's,
I don't think the forts
copacetic.
being named after Confederate generals are necessarily. I honestly wonder why we've had forts named after Confederate generals.
Like,
Yeah.
why don't we have a Fort
Because-
Hitler?
Yeah.
If that's the direction we're going. Hey, you know, you
I don't think that
gotta remember history. Fuck that.
Yeah, it's important to remember history,
Yeah.
but you can read about Confederate generals
Yeah.
and how they fucking sucked at their job and didn't
Yeah.
win,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
also how they were
fucking
all,
loser.
you know, slave
we have-
owners and,
I hope
and
we
didn't
have
want to
some
give up their
Southern pride
slaves.
people
I
here.
mean, we're going to
You're
have
gonna
to
get me
rename
guff
everything about
calling
George
Lee
Washington.
A fucking loser.
Our first president. We're going to have
Yeah.
to rename everything about him. That's kind of where I'm like, okay, it's kind of murky.
The deal
You know,
with that though is like
yeah, where's the line? How much is too much? Like,
We
so
got
what? We
to-
just forget about who our first president was?
no, because
Like,
we're not
because they're gonna
forgetting.
we're gonna rename him too.
We're not
like-
forgetting who General Bragg was, but I don't think anybody
General
knows who General
Washington was
Bragg
a slave
was.
owner, so let's not talk about him anymore. Let's not talk about the Constitution or anything. It did not happen.
Well, all the signers of the Constitution were slave owners.
They were. Yeah.
But they also allowed their slaves to go free, at least the ones that lived in the northern states, once Lincoln said, hey, let these guys go free.
I mean, no. Yeah.
Let the slaves.
They were.
Getting controversial.
It was all
It's
an
getting
economic
controversial.
thing.
Yeah, but so were the
Slaves
southern
died.
people. The Southerners were paid, but they still didn't let people go.
I was reading about this because I have a woke
Yes, I can.
history book for political
Yay.
government right now, so it's very like what the fuck, and like so like in the history book
Okay.
it was just like, yeah, the Emancipation Proclamation was not about freeing slaves. It was an economic thing for Lincoln to do because he got more money off of whatever it was. I can't remember what I truly just skimmed it because I was like, this is a bunch of bullshit. And so then I do know that there's like neo-slavery though, like after the fact, after the proclamation was signed, like slavery continued because it didn't get sent all around the country. So there was slaves in Texas being held for years later that didn't know that they were free.
Yeah.
You know? And
Yep.
yeah.
Nope, it's just the only mug that's on there has the image on both sides,
I'm gonna look it up.
and then all of them actually. The steel koozie, image on both sides. The travel mug, image on both sides. Any cup you can buy on there has the image on both sides. I didn't put image on both sides of the shirt because I figured that would get confusing. Like I know when I'm trying to put a shirt on at 5 o'clock in the morning,
You want it to
if
be
it
on the
had the
front,
same
yeah.
image on both sides, I would put that thing on backwards 50% of the time.
Yeah.
So I only put the image on the front of the shirts. But that site that we're going through now has a lot of like high quality stuff, and I'm gonna, as I have more time and motivation to like dig through it all, there's gonna be things like there's gonna be like hats and like all kinds of stuff. Probably when we get a bigger audience too, because I can do with that site, I can do like time limited drops and like exclusive items and things like that. So, but for the exclusive stuff, I have to buy the stock before we do it. So I'd have to, we'd have to actually have a bigger audience because I
Yeah.
can't just buy like 3 things and be like, hey, we got an exclusive drop. Once they're gone, they're gone. And then 3 people buy it. And I'm like, all right, we sold out. They're probably not going to go for that. So.
Yeah.
Oh man. Apparently everything on the internet doesn't follow my textbook. Can't even see what my textbook was saying. Well, anyway, my textbook is freaking crazy.
Super
It
duper
is.
excited. Start calling it Fort Liberty.
It like goes through and it talks a lot about like Trump hate. Like obviously the textbook hates Trump. So like it goes in there and it bashes him for over a chapter. And I was like, I mean, some of your audience might be a Trump supporter. Maybe just try and like put the info out there like in legit, you know, like
academic.
yeah,
terms.
academic format.
Yeah.
You know, not a biased format. You know, like you're trying to teach college students here.
Yeah.
Like,
But if you throw it into their echo chamber and then they turn on C-SPAN and watch the Congress talk about the insurrection, then they can just validate their feelings all over the place.
Okay. I
That's what my
have
textbook's
some
doing.
academic facts about Trump. No, I mean
He's got small hands.
He's got tiny hands.
yeah,
Oh,
it's a huge deal.
He's the literal definition of a trust fund baby. He dodged the draft to not go to war. He's a
Bill Clinton did that too.
lifelong Democrat.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
He's a lifelong
He's
Democrat.
donated billions of dollars
Yeah.
to the
In fact, he
Democratic
spent
Party.
probably about 2 decades before he even thought about running for president, supporting the Democrats.
But this is not what you hear about in the textbooks. You don't hear about those things.
I'm literally just presenting some interesting facts that are actually facts. Actual facts,
They-
not...
They talked about
Alternate
how
facts.
he was in cahoots with Russia previous to the whatchamacallit, but now they're finding
Well,
that
He was
What is in
definitely
cahoots?
friends with Putin.
right.
He has displayed an admiration for the guy. He definitely had real estate holdings in Moscow.
Right.
Well, he's probably got real estate
But also,
holdings
it's
in
very pro-Hillary.
many countries.
And now that in the courts have been going on and on lately, you know, about how she's been involved in like the whole schmuckery and everything.
Hillary Clinton's killed people. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So I was just like, all right, this is an interesting textbook. Like, I mean, I'm not for either. I definitely was not for Hillary. No, she's a
Stephen
zombie.
Perez, you are the best. Thank you so much for the coffee mug purchase. That's awesome.
But like, I was like, man, why don't they just put the information straight out there? Like, just not be biased about it. Like, don't be trying to sway people one way or the other. Like, let them make their minds up for themselves with actual facts, you know?
Yeah.
Like, how are these, like college students that are maybe the next election might be the first time they vote?
Well, that's what they're trying
And
to do.
now they read this textbook and they're like, oh, yeah, Republicans go to shit, you know?
That's what
Like,
they're trying to do.
some
I mean, the Republican Party has really
Gone to
fucking
shit.
dove
And
off
I'm
the deep
sorry,
end.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm
it's
sorry.
insane.
They made their bed.
Yeah.
That's why I don't vote. That's why I've voted
Well, did you guys
libertarian
hear
the last
about-
2 cycles.
Hell yeah.
Now we're talking.
You know what? I think there-
Did you hear
I think
about
there are
Herschel
workout
Walker,
shorts.
the football player
I
that
wanna have
got
workout
like
shorts. I'll be all
nominated
about
for
it.
the gubernatorial race in I think it's Georgia, South Carolina or something like that. Anyway, he apparently is like a pretty like moderate type person, I think, and he has been like he actually won the vote from Biden and Trump. You got both their support. And I was like, well, that's kind of interesting. Here we got some like black sports figure, you know, that's running for election, you know, political office. He actually gets chosen, to my knowledge. I don't know which primary it was in so far, but I saw it in the news recently and I was like, that's pretty cool. I like Herschel Walker because, you know, we lived in Minnesota. And I mean, but, you know, a lot of Minnesotan sports players are criminals. So
That's why I didn't ever get into football, because about the time I started being interested in sports,
they're
all the Vikings
strippers
were
on
criminals.
the, strippers on the boats. Oh, I was having a I was on
They had a big cruise out on Lake Calhoun, and they had like
they had
a
hired
bunch
a whole
of
bunch
they
of
had a bunch of
prostitutes
hookers.
and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was around the time, so I had
boats and hoes.
my bachelorette party downtown Stillwater, and they busted out in a fight, like a fist fight in the bar. There was a whole bunch of Vikings players there. They were just fighting it down.
What and
Oh,
and
fuck yeah.
oh yeah, yeah, it's crazy.
It's a shit
It's insane. But yeah, there was like a bunch of like, you know, Michael Vick was bad enough.
And then there was the Gopher players that were like part of that like rape scandal.
Yeah. Like there was a ton of stuff.
I was watching Dr. Phil one day and they had that shit
get
on
on
there.
the-
I was like,
You
great,
get on the
now
radio.
nationwide.
I was a school bus driver listening to the radio, and just every day it was just another scandal with the Vikings, and I was like, well,
It's crazy.
screw
that's
these
kind of why
guys.
I stopped liking them in 1988. They were getting in fights with the Bears all the time.
The
And-
Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears.
Bears.
So I
Had to do
was
it.
like, and
Good catch. Excellent
That's why
catch.
we hate the Raiders so much. Sorry,
Oh,
Steven, but
dude, the Raiders are trash.
it's kind of funny because the Raiders is my alternative team. And I
sorry, Steven.
Raiders.
To really just relate to the audience.
Oh, you wanna see me relate?
and it's funny
Check this out.
because I knew for years that they have this drug history, criminal history, like all this
All
crap.
Raider fans are bad, but a lot of them are.
I'm here to tell you that all
unfortunately.
Raiders fans are
And-
bad.
Steven is not bad. You take that back. He is a saint.
Steven, do the right thing. Right?
And so anytime
Stop rooting for.
He's from LA. That's
Anytime
like
the-
telling you to not be a Chargers fan.
Well, I have every reason to not be a Chargers fan. Out of the goodness of my heart, I am still a Chargers fan. Mostly because I'm stupid. I can't stop rooting for them. To be fair, the Raiders they're more of a national franchise.
Right.
They have a national following.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter where they're at.
Because I mean, I was
It doesn't
in
matter if
freaking
they're in-
Minnesota and the Packers lose, and then the Raiders are playing the next week, and I'll be like, all right, well, I can watch the Raiders now, you know. But I did definitely turn that tide until after, like, they started trying to clean up the franchise a little bit, but I haven't paid attention to what they're doing in crimes lately. But I mean,
if it makes
Their
you feel
fans
better,
get in fights like with everybody.
If it
It's
makes you
bad.
feel better,
Yeah, but-
there's
they're
criminals
like
on every team.
Seahawks.
It's like a Tuesday.
No, it's
Seahawk
worse
fans.
than Seahawks.
It's like a Tuesday at the football games
Like
in
you
Europe.
cannot show up in anything but Raiders gear, or you are like
that's how
putting your life on
that's
the
what
line.
it's like being in Indiana or Kentucky.
Like,
if
it's
you're not
very-
wearing blue and white,
Yeah.
you are targeted in the stands.
That's what it's like in
it is
Boston.
crazy.
If you go to a Boston, if you go to a Red Sox game in Boston with New York gear on, holy shit! And the same thing if you go to a game in New York with the Boston Red Sox gear on,
So
like
okay, let's,
straight up get shanked.
Oh God, can we list it?
That's like gang warfare.
Okay, so obviously Boston, New York, Boston.
I was in Boston in 2004 when
Pretty
they
sure
won the series.
Redskins and Eagles.
It was insane.
were
They like
bad,
flipped
and vice
cars.
versa. Oh,
They flipped
Viking
cars.
Packers, they hate
like
each other.
knocked over light
Even though the
poles.
original rivalry was not the Vikings and the Packers.
used to be the Packers and the Bears.
Yeah.
That's still bad.
The Bears.
The Bears.
Packers, Bears, Packers. Yeah, freaking.
Bears
And then they had a thing
beats
against the Lions.
Battlestar
It was
Galactica.
like Viking. It was Packers, Bears, then Packers, Lions, and then Packers, Vikings.
Black Bears
So-
beats.
Bears.
I don't know. But when I lived in Indiana,
Battlestar
I thought, okay, cool. I'm going to learn about the sport because I was real into sports.
Identity theft is a crime,
And
Jim.
Millions
the
of
bank I
people
worked at was
every year.
hugely sponsored by the Colts and the Wildcats. So you got the Kentucky Wildcats, which everybody was blue and white for them. No matter where you could be in Ohio, you were still blue and white. And then the Colts, everybody was blue and white. So it didn't matter. Everybody was blue and white. And then here's me. I wear on football theme day to the bank, I wear my Packers thing. I was bullied the whole damn day.
Jeez.
Like it was criminal. Things they were saying to me was like could make me feel a little bit like I was gonna cry.
Yeah.
And then on
I want to
top
go to
of
a sporting event
everything,
and feel like that one.
like we were doing some sort of like rolling out a new type of like account, and we were having a party about it, and they were having like a big shenanigans in Indianapolis. And me being a business banker, I was there like to, show the new products and then give away prizes and shit, whatever. Well, Peyton Manning was there since the Colts were like a huge sponsor for Old National Bank. And so he was there with some other players, and they were behind the curtain, and I was there, like waiting to go on, like right after them. They were just mad shit talking people, like people that wanted their autograph and everything walking in. They were straight up nasty. I hated them at that point. I was like, dude, you look like you're a cool guy when you see all the commercials, you see all the things you do for kids, you're teaching them how to play football, and then you're back here shit talking your fans. I was like, oh, hell no. No. I will tell everybody about you from here on out.
Yeah.
That's
You're a piece
awesome.
of shit.
I knew the Mannings were
Peyton
shit.
Manning.
Dude, I knew
Yeah.
the Mannings were shit.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, well, that's awesome. That's awesome to have vindication. that they're terrible, terrible people.
Yeah. I get that having, like, popularity, you're like a celebrity in the eyes of people is stressful.
Yeah.
But you gotta know that you gotta watch
Like,
out
you
what you're
wouldn't be
saying.
there without
Like,
your fans.
right.
You'd be
I
nuts
think
if it
I think
wasn't
the
for your
problem that a
fans.
lot of the people like because the average age for a football player is what, like 23
Yeah.
or something like that.
Pretty young.
And you give a 23-year-old fucking $18 million, they're gonna be a shit human being because they just don't like.
I mean,
If you gave me $18 million at 23,
Yeah.
like holy
I would
shit.
say that maybe that football player in The Blind Side maybe wasn't. I hope he wasn't like that because he came from like
Well,
that
he came from
crazy story.
From nothing.
he came
Yeah.
from nothing.
A lot of players,
And he had a family
basketball
take him
and
in,
football, come
and he
from nothing.
and he had
That's their way out of the nothing.
had
is
an
getting
entire
the sports
community, like-
scholarships and getting picked up by the
Yeah,
big teams.
I'm not
Usually
saying-
those guys do have.
Yeah.
They're a lot more humble because they know what it's like to be on
Right.
the other side.
Right.
versus
Until they
somebody
start
who-
and
rolling around in
they
their
get their
glitzy
millions of
vehicles,
dollars
they
and they
start beating
donate
their
it.
wives
They give
and
it
killing
to
other
they give it to
players.
charities. They give
Like,
it to their
what
family.
was the
Like
dude? Well, who was that dude that killed the other person? He was like a New England football player, wasn't he? Like Rodriguez or something like that, or Aaron Rodriguez?
No, it was.
Who was it?
No, not Aaron Rodriguez.
Gonzalez?
No.
No, I don't know.
Dude, I want to say it was Aaron Hernandez.
Hernandez, yeah, I betcha. Anyway, yeah, like
Elon,
he came from
Elon
like
Musk came
crap
from
too,
Miami,
you know.
and he doesn't treat people like
Everybody
shit.
says
He
that.
actually
So
donates
listen.
to them.
So
Right, he does.
I've read
And
his.
he's a humanitarian
I've-
effort person.
I listened to his
But if you talk to
autobiography.
Gandalf,
I listened to his autobiography.
That's it.
I listened to his autobiography,
It
and
was
so
Aaron Hernandez.
was it?
Yep.
so yes, his father
And I
was
feel like his background was
a
pretty
ruby
shitty,
miner,
you know.
but he
But, like,
does
then
not
he
have
just
a
became a shit
relationship with his
person anyway.
father. Like when he
I think
came
it
to
got his
America,
head or something, or
he
maybe
had nothing.
Instability
like
issues.
he went to Canada because he had family there, and then he came down to America, and when he got here, he didn't have anything. But like ideas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he did like this zip.com thing.
Oh, I remember
He basically invented Google Maps, and then Google bought it from him. And that's where he got his initial money.
Yeah.
And he immediately took that and invested it into like everything into SpaceX.
Right.
And SpaceX was going under for a long time.
Yeah. Well, Tesla almost went under. 'Cause
Yeah.
I actually listened to one of his, I don't know if it was a podcast or something that he did about it, but he talked about how Tesla almost went bankrupt.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
he
Both his
actually-
companies did.
He actually like said that he, during that time when they were like, when it was really hard, he would sleep in the warehouse
Yeah.
with the workers. Like, he was there, like, on the ground floor with everybody.
Yeah, I
he's-
think
he's got
bosses that
an
are like
insane
that are
work
very,
ethic.
very respecting. Like,
Now-
or, I respect people like that.
I understand why Gandalf doesn't like him because he has a reputation for being very direct
Yeah.
but I think he's
with his
also on the
employers,
spectrum.
with his
He is.
employees.
So he has,
Asperger's.
Asperger's.
the
Yeah.
book addressed that, and he hasn't been diagnosed with it. It's just people think he does because of the way he
No, he said
behaves.
he has
Does he?
Asperger's.
Did he say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when the book came out, then he hadn't been diagnosed yet, or he hadn't said that publicly.
Okay.
But
But I mean, Gandalf is one of those people where he like zones in on one thing, and then everything else is like he's got blinders. Like,
Right.
you can't tell him anything.
Yeah.
You know, and it's sad.
But,
you know,
but that's the thing is like everybody talks about
'Cause,
how
I
his
mean,
dad
he's
was
a
a
pretty
ruby
decent
miner,
dude.
but all they say is, well, his dad was a ruby miner. Well, that doesn't mean anything because
Yeah, right.
like even in the book,
doesn't mean he has rights to the ruby mine.
the author tried to interview his dad. He just
Yeah.
got a letter back that said Elon was always a odd child and blah 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 whatever. And then when he asked Elon about his dad and Elon's mom about his dad and Elon's siblings about his dad, they all said, "Can we just not talk about him? Well, I just don't want to talk about him." Nice.
What?
It's kind of funny.
Oh my god, that's fantastic.
It reminds me of that crazy thing on Harry Potter. The
Oh yeah,
That's what he kinda
death
looks like.
Guys or whatever they were.
Dementors.
Dementors or no?
the true villain that's after Harry Potter.
Oh.
yeah.
Voldemort.
Yeah,
Voldemort. Yeah, that's what
Harry
it kind of looks
Potter.
like.
The boy who lived, come to die.
Man.
Man.
Yeah, but yeah, so Elon, like, I got a lot of respect for the guy. I wouldn't want to work for him
Oh hell no.
because I don't have that kind of work ethic.
Yeah.
He
I
just,
would be good at it.
you would not. He would. He would.
Well, before I had cancer, I
He
would be.
immediately countermanded your claim.
He would no, because listen,
you wouldn't.
He had a personal assistant that basically did everything for him for like 15 years. Worked the same hours he did, made his appointments, did all this stuff. She said, "I need a raise." He said, "Take a month off. I'll do all your stuff that you do. If I think you deserve a raise, I'll give it to you when you get back." She came back after the month. He said, "You know what? I can do it. See you later." 15 years. He's just like, "Nah, you can go work for somebody else. Sorry."
He definitely like I mean what's funny is like he's like kind of like it's not like he's
I'm just
about
saying he's
money, which
extreme
is
like me.
interesting. But
Well, it's true. But that's the thing. Like, I think you guys, he wouldn't keep you around.
You know who is keeping
He'd
me
be
around?
like, this chick is always calling me out. But I something that's
One
cool.
of my friends contacted me today. She was like, so if you're ever bored, I had a friend that once said she knew how to destroy people. And I was like, yep, I'm in. I didn't even know what it was about. I was like, I'm in.
You know what, though? 15 years of that a cost of living adjustment, like, that's...
Well, I'm sure she got cost of living adjustments and stuff, but she just wanted, like, to be compensated for the amount of work that she did. But,
I'm on the pathway of destroying somebody.
I saw a video.
It's for good reason.
I saw a YouTube
autism.
video of a guy he was talking to Elon, and they were walking around the SpaceX campus, and Elon was talking about like propulsion for jet engines. One thing that I respect about Elon is like he went from being a computer programmer to being an expert in rocket science in like a few years.
Yeah.
He just read all the books. And then he just like does these calculations in his head.
Yeah.
Like people that work near him are like, it's insane.
Oh, there he goes.
But
Oh my god!
But he was
the
talking to this
Tahitian treat
YouTube guy.
almost dumped over. I could see that just blowing up.
he was talking to this.
Natural disaster in our house.
It was actually a YouTube short, and he was talking to this guy. And the guy, and he was talking like, well, you don't need cold propulsion because you have hot propulsion already. And the guy was like, well, you're just talking about the booster rockets, right? Not the shuttle, or not the spaceship. And he's like, well, yeah, but, well, actually, now that you mention it. And then, like, it has like 6 months later, he's talking to the same guy, and he's like, yeah, the best change we made was doing the hot propulsion for the spaceship. And it was actually, while I was explaining to you, you asked that question, and I was like, holy crap, we got to fix this. And he's like, but that's the cool thing about them being a privatized company. Like the book, his autobiography spends a lot of time on SpaceX because that's the project that he cares about. Tesla's like just kind of an extra thing for him. SpaceX is the thing that he's really passionate about because he thinks that we need to be a spacefaring society, and like he wants to put people on Mars.
Does kind of look like an alien.
Well, he's from South Africa, so.
Damn.
It's so bad.
Well, he's from South Africa.
Your friend Craig was from
I
South
know,
Africa.
and he looked like an alien.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. He talked like one. But
Jesus Christ! Oh my God! No, I'm saying he kind of looks like the gecko on Geico.
on Geico, yeah,
The gecko
that's
on
true.
Geico.
He does.
He does
That's because he
kinda.
never sleeps. Like his eyes are sunken.
He does kind of look like Rango.
Yes,
He does kind of look like Rango.
yes, he does. I can't unsee it.
Gotta get those people to Mars. Find the water.
Wasn't that Johnny Depp too?
It was Johnny
It was
Depp.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp. I was like,
Yeah, I
Johnny Depp
was-
did that.
I was reading about
Oh,
all
Johnny
the Johnny
Depp.
Depp's parts. There's a lot of movies he's in that are like nobody's heard of, but obviously he chooses his parts in movies because he's like passionate about that script or something.
Yeah.
That's what I take from it, because there's a bunch of shit that it's like is probably only known in France, and I'm just like, what? I'm like, what is this for? Like, what? This movie is, nobody knows about this movie, but he says some
He
of
was
the
in Blow.
he says
Yes.
If you're a cop, you gotta tell me.
I'd never seen that movie.
God, you got to see that movie.
What?
The last cop movie I think I watched was Training Day.
Awesome.
Oh, that's a great movie.
I think Blow
Denzel
is
Washington.
probably by far one of my favorite Johnny Depp movies.
Which one?
Blow.
Oh, yeah.
So when I was in training
Edward
as a police officer,
Edward Scissorhands
one of my
was-
instructors,
Really good.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with the story about the undercover narcotics cop in Tyler, Texas, that he like goes so far into his role of trying to look like he's one of the druggies that he actually gets addicted to drugs and is like working with kind of the the groups. He's like drug trafficking and shit with them basically. But he's trying to like maintain his like cool the department. He's playing both sides basically. And
Just like
so things get really crazy, and my instructor was one of the cops that took him down. And so I was like, what? So we got to watch this movie that was back in the 70s. It was made specifically because of that situation. And like, I was just like, oh my God. I'm like, and then I was watching and I was like, that's Mr. Talley in the movie. Like, oh, there you are, Mr. Talley. I mean, it wasn't him. It was some actor. But
You're right.
like, it was kind of cool to have this like actual like person that did something. And we learned about it in our criminology books about that whole situation. Like, it was in our cop history books.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn.
my
that's
first
crazy.
sergeant in basic training was in Mogadishu during Black Hawk Down.
It's like the same thing.
Yeah, he knew Blackburn. He was a private with Blackburn, the guy that fell out of the Black Hawk.
Oh,
He's like,
shit.
that dude was a piece of shit.
God.
Okay,
Cool.
Roger that, First Sergeant.
Like the first guy down. They didn't die though.
Yeah, but the reason he fell, I guess, is because he just never paid attention, and so when he was going to do the fast roping, but they hadn't cleared him to unbuckle yet, so he saw the ropes go down, and he like unbuckled and went to grab the rope, and then the aircraft shifted and he fell out.
I am laughing on the internet at your description of a U.S. Army Ranger falling out of a Black Hawk
Yeah,
during the raid of Mogadishu.
yeah. Well,
Well,
it
I
is
guess-
what it is.
Yeah, it's on the internet forever.
Krama does crazy shit.
It does. I'm laughing because I know 1,000 dudes like that. Not actually at the fact that someone was injured during the raid.
it is what it is.
It's like
I understand
because we all know a Blackbird.
You understand that.
Yeah.
The
But-
5 people watching maybe don't understand.
Maybe don't, which is why I'm explaining it. Because someone might be genuinely offended. Like,
Someday maybe we'll get popular and somebody will clip this show and be like, look at what terrible people they are. And I'm here to tell you, I'm a terrible person. I don't give a shit. You can call me a terrible person.
does this mean that
It's okay.
we are now free from any possible scandals that people will?
No, there's still scandals.
Okay, cool.
And we can't, I'm not trying to get this show canceled or anything like that.
But we're going to get like future canceled.
Cancel us.
We're gonna get. We're gonna get.
So yeah,
future
Ricky
canceled.
Gervais has like his new comedy special or whatever, and he's got this joke about he talks about how like you can't write jokes today with the intent of not offending people 10 years from now or whatever because there's no way to know. And he's like, for instance, the thing that will get you canceled on Twitter and Facebook and all the social media today is if you go on there and you say women don't have penises. But if you go back 10 years, you won't find any jokes about that. Because how the fuck are we supposed to know to talk about it? Nobody thought it was a thing. It wasn't even on the radar 10 years ago. So I was telling Chrissy Gumi today, I think that's going to be the defining... Because we were talking about how all the generations have like defining characteristics.
Yeah.
As like the millennial generation has the characteristics they have because we were largely neglected. Like we were left, like I spent most of my time as a child outside without any sort of contact with my parents. I don't even think I had like a meaningful relationship with my mom ever. And then my dad, like we would talk, but it was like always super awkward for me. And so like I find a lot of the people in at least that grew up in the same area that I grew up in my generation are the same way. And because of that, we never learned about personal finance. We never learned about like taking care of a household and like all that stuff because we just weren't around our parents to watch them do all that stuff. And I was like, your generation has all this like identity crisis crap being thrust upon you. They have classes in grade school about like identity, like gender identity and all this other kind of stuff. It's like, why are you trying to teach 4th graders about this stuff? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like they don't need to be aware of it because it doesn't fucking matter. Like, and like the whole stuff that came out in like Florida with their bill that they passed where they can't teach it to kids that are below 3rd grade, and everybody flipping out about it, and there's teachers down there like, how am I supposed to blah? It's like, just don't talk about your fucking personal life with the kids.
Yeah.
You're a teacher.
Yeah.
You have a Domino's account?
Do I?
I don't know.
Maybe. Are you trying to order Domino's?
Yeah.
Do we have Domino's that'll deliver?
I don't know.
Try.
Oh, you were trying to log in?
Yeah.
Well, I got to reset my password now.
Thought you knew your
I
password.
love one-word answers, especially if they're yeah. Did you do this? Yeah. Are you still trying to do it? Yeah.
We sent an email. It says, "Oh Lord, I'm still not signed in."
I think really what schools could benefit more from is just like teaching kids to be more accepting and not bullying other kids.
Well, that's what the guys
Oh.
is. The guys is they're doing
you
this to teach acceptance. But it's like they're not teaching acceptance. They're teaching
Were you telling
confusion.
them about
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it's like they don't need to know. Like all you got to do is just be like, be a good person.
Right.
If somebody tells
If
you
someone's
something that's different,
from what you're used to, like that's still
Yeah, that's
normal.
like
or
why
different,
They
yeah.
should teach the golden rule, like
Yeah.
that we learned when we were kids.
Yeah.
Like, treat other people the way you want to be treated. Like, is it that hard? It shouldn't be.
No.
Freaking ridiculous. Instead, they're putting labels on everybody and being like, you gotta do this because they've been blah, blah, blah. You gotta do this because blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, we're all people. Let's try to, like, treat each other decently
Yeah.
at this
yeah,
point.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't
It really doesn't.
fucking matter. It doesn't affect my life in any way, so I don't care. Like, I don't care. I know I'm getting like heated about it because what I care about is when people are like, you need to fucking care. If you don't care, you're a monster. Then I'm a fucking monster.
Yeah.
Well, that's
'Cause
the
I
thing
don't
is like
care.
if you don't feel like, I mean, because I have friends that are like all variations of different, sexual identities.
Right.
I don't believe the same way they do. Obviously, I'm
Yeah.
a straight person, but like, I'm not gonna hold it against them for being different than me.
Yeah.
Like, their lifestyle doesn't impact mine.
Exactly.
And
So-
you wouldn't make fun of them either for
No.
what they tell you or
No.
what they
Hello?
do or
Oh, I thought you were trying to make me talk to it.
I needed your face. I needed your face. I was doing the face identification. Thankfully, I didn't have to knock her out to use her face.
Oh, it still has our Andrew Street address.
Well, it's been a while since we've ordered Domino's.
Let's see if
That was
it-
Alabama. That was
Rough.
8 years ago.
Man.
yeah, but no, you're right. Like, I mean,
Philly
there's
sent
really
you a
no
message
reason
too, by the way.
Oh, okay.
for kids to like
No, that's
learn about that.
that is
stuff.
that's a high
Like,
school
that's-
thing.
To me, I feel like that's more on the
I think-
parents'
I think-
jobs.
I
if
think
they
it's
feel like they
it's
want
totally
to
a
do
parents
it.
thing.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing that frustrates me about it is like, well, what if the parents don't want to teach it? Then they don't fucking want to teach it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not your goddamn job to expose kids to this shit. The
No.
parents don't want them exposed to it.
Yeah.
But
Like,
teaching kids to
people
be
can
accepting,
have-
now that could be on the school.
It's just like a glitch or something.
Like my
Doesn't let
like
me
you-
change
the-
anything.
my issue is like people can have different worldviews.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like if there's some like people that are racist, I don't fucking like it. I don't got to talk to those people.
Right.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean I go on some fucking crusade to put them all in jail.
No.
No.
Like-
Unfortunately.
Yeah, well,
But
I'm not saying
you're right, though.
I'm not saying that racism is a good thing. It's obviously not a good thing, but it's not my place to impose my will upon somebody else.
I talk to her about this often, that you can't have your own freedom without
I've had 2 beers that are 9% and I'm
livid. I need something stronger. You can't have freedom for yourself without respecting
The
the freedom of others. You just can't. It doesn't work.
And this is the beauty. This is the beauty of the world, right? Because freedom, you can be free, but it doesn't give you freedom from consequence.
Right.
Then that's the thing that drives me crazy. Because
Preach.
because I can run into some racist asshole, but if I punch him in the mouth for saying some stupid shit, I go to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
But it should be, that's his consequence. He wants to say some stupid shit.
And that's your consequence too, though.
And, well, fuck you. No, I don't get the consequences he does.
Wrong, Matt. You're just talking about consequences and freedom. You know, he has freedom of speech. He's not hurting anybody with it. It's
He is hurting people. He's hurting my
their
ear
feelings.
holes.
Yeah,
My
he's
ear holes.
hurting your feelings. Is what he's hurting. He's
Ooh,
hurting your.
your
He's hurting.
feelings, your
He's hurting your.
feelings.
He's hurting your sensibilities.
You've known me for 8 years. I don't have feelings.
I've known you long enough to know that you lie about having feelings. No, man, dude, you're hitting it. You're hitting all the points right on the head, dude. There's no freedom from consequences.
What's that code?
I don't think people even know what consequences are. If you work like hell, you worked your ass off. The consequence of that was you graduated with honors from college.
We're gonna have
consequences are both good and
How much
bad.
is it?
I did.
They're a byproduct
did
of the
already?
choices you
Well,
make.
the bad consequences of what I had to go through was stress and
Right.
no free time and
Well, I mean that's a consequence too, though. But there's good and bad consequences in all the choices you make. And people think that they're, that people think they get
Yeah,
to cherry pick.
like I
what the
chose to go to
consequences are.
flight school, so I get to fly helicopters.
Yeah.
And on the other side, I have to deal with assholes.
Yeah, hi. This is literally, he's on that side of the hallway, and I'm on this side. Hey, Matt. Hey, Matt. Hey,
Gitch.
I'm trying.
Gitch.
Gitch. Hey, Gitch.
It's too late.
Gitch.
It's too late.
I
I
already
know,
talked to you
I know.
100 times.
I know.
Hey, Gitch. Hey, I'm trying to work here. Yeah, it's great. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing?
He's not trying to work. He's just trying to tell war stories with his buddies.
See, she has this idea that all I do is tell war stories and talk shit about my wife.
Oh, dude, no. No.
I was like, I
Every
don't
time
know
I'm
where you
there,
get this
Is he
idea.
working? No, he has nothing going on.
Yeah, because when you're
But-
there, I'm paying attention to you.
Yeah, but
Like, I'm not
nobody,
gonna work when
nobody's
you're
out
there.
Hell, I wish she'd come more often. I just talk to her and hang out. Like, hey, why aren't you working? Like, because this place sucks.
Even
Like,
when I'm
not
hanging
flying.
out, like when I go into their office, when I go into the
Yeah,
stands
he'll be
office and
like,
hang
"I'm gonna
out.
go soon, honey," and then he'll come home. He's like, "Oh, sorry, we got busy griping about this, that, whatever, blah blah blah."
Well, but it's
And I
not.
was like,
but
"You guys are
the
talking
griping
like
is
griping war story shit. You know,
griping
"Oh,
is
it was in
coming
this
up with
unit,
solutions to
you know,
problems.
We did this
And
bullshit. Blah, blah,
he's-
blah, blah.
There's 100 fires to put out every day. I tell you.
When I'm there, nobody's coming to him and be like, "Hey, Getch, I need you to do this right now. You're so damn important." Like nobody.
That's because they wait till I'm about to walk out the door. I'm telling you, like I get up to walk out the door and they're like, "Hey, Gitch, can you do 700 briefs for me right now?" And it's like, oh, Jesus Christ. Is there no other goddamn briefer? No, you're the only one in the company. Fuck. Okay.
That's usually my story.
I was gonna say that sounds
That's
familiar.
usually
Yeah,
me.
that's how it happens.
Usually me.
That's how it goes down.
I'm cool with it. I mean, I know that pain.
And then you're in the middle of, you're like signing the 700th RCOP for this one guy.
And then guess who's coming?
Somebody else comes up, oh, there's a briefer. Here you go, 700 more.
I'm like, fuck. Hey,
You
Terry.
just spit all over your microphone.
That's okay. That's what it's there for.
Yeah, to absorb the spit.
It's enunciation.
You should disinfect that before I get it.
Okay.
Because you had
We got microban.
you had like pink eye or some shit.
Yeah, well, it's better now. I'll spray it with microban.
Yeah.
I should be
Before you-
spraying these with microban after every show anyway.
Really should. That'd probably be a good idea.
Yeah.
Or you can pretend like you want $20 from this microphone and just go to town on it.
Well, that's what I do during
Or
the show.
you could
Yay.
be like, all right, the germs are only alive for so many hours. Like, it's
That's so
fine.
true.
If you don't know what a ZJ is, you can't afford it.
I remember that one.
We were doing some, speaking of,
Speaking of ZJs,
Way to segue.
No, this is
Off-road segue for that one. Speaking of which.
we were doing chemistry lab the other day, and like
Which she didn't give me any safety glasses for, by the way.
you wear freaking glasses.
Yeah, and I got a spider web in my eye. That's the whole reason I got this pink eye issue.
Like,
dude, we're all gonna get pink eye.
You
we're
have spider pink eye?
Yeah.
Wow, gross.
So we're talking
I
about
was
whatever
pressure
physics
washing
or
the
whatever.
roof.
He goes, this is the second law of thermodynamics. This is the heat
No,
depth of the
her
universe.
book. No, listen. Her book. Her lab said to look up the first law of thermodynamics, and I was like, well, the first law of thermodynamics is that energy can neither be created nor destroyed. That doesn't make sense in this. I think they
In
mean
this
to have
lab,
you look
yeah.
up look up the second law of thermodynamics,
Oh my
which is
God.
that a higher energy will always move toward a source of lower energy until there's an equilibrium, which is what's going to cause the heat death of the universe.
That came up during my chemistry lab.
But the
For
whole
real.
thing is like, because they were talking about energy transfer, and they were talking about how if you take like a super hot metal, you put it in the water, you measure the temperature of the water before you put the metal in, and then the highest temperature that the water attains while the metal's in there, then you know how much temperature the metal lost, because
And how
however
much
much
the water
temperature the
gained
water
from the
gained
metal.
equals the amount that the metal lost because of the second law of thermodynamics. Thank you.
Matt has been teaching a science course for 8 years. He
I haven't been
charges.
teaching a course. I've only been teaching the second law of thermodynamics because it is a way to live your life. Because if nothing fucking matters, then you just don't have to get worked up about anything like I do all the
Except for
goddamn
second
time.
law of thermodynamics. So Matt's been teaching a course for 8 years about the second law of thermodynamics. The cost is your soul. Okay, it's a non-negotiable instructor's fee, and he will bludgeon you.
By the way, Matt, when he
Hey.
says Matt, he's talking about me. Get
Yeah,
your
get you
gumi.
going.
It's already been boxed and
It's
it's
already
out.
been
It's out.
doxed. It's already been doxed.
I'm not
doxed.
doxed. Just don't use my last name.
Fine.
That's all it is. Or my address.
Mr.
Or my phone number.
Or don't do like me and put his like security code or his card up.
Yeah,
on.
the security code of my debit
So-
card out on
Don't
the...
do like my mom just put her new phone number
So-
out.
Yeah, in chat.
So Gitch teaches a course. The cost is your soul, and you must know about the second law of thermodynamics always, and that
Just change your
nothing
number
matters.
So people don't have
I
it.
pretend to be exasperated, by the way. I
Yeah.
actually find it highly
I don't
amusing.
know what
Yeah,
the fuck she's doing.
because so if you're not aware, the second law of thermodynamics is entropy, right? So what that means that a high source of energy is always going to move to a low source of energy or heat until an equilibrium is met. The entire universe is dictated by this law. Eventually, the heat death of the universe will happen. So nothing you do, even if the human race moves to the what's the Sagittarius? What's the next universe or
Oh, I thought you were talking
Galaxy
about
over
zodiacs.
there.
I was like, what? It's after Sagittarius.
The second
Is
law
that
of
Virgo?
thermodynamics applies to all
even
universes,
even
right?
if you go
Even
to
if
the next galaxy, even if the human race is able to
about
do,
this has never made sense to me.
even if the human race is able to
Ooh,
travel to the next
actually-
galaxy over,
So
the heat death of the universe is inevitable. So nothing you do.
I don't really
matters.
care because it's not going to happen in my lifetime or my kids.
Or your kids' kids, or your kids' kids, or your kids' kids, but it will happen.
to one set of your kids.
So
But
nothing
you gotta think about this.
you do matters.
Technically, we're all related to each other. People say so.
true.
You know, I don't
all
really
came
care.
out of,
I honestly
the
don't
middle of
really
Africa.
care what some shitty people do over in France or something. You
Yeah.
know, but
Second law of
supposedly
thermodynamics.
I'm related to them.
I don't care about those shitty French people.
Fuck the French.
Yeah, have some wine and a baguette there, Jacques.
You want to buy a French rifle? It was only dropped once.
You be speaking German.
Or like you know, I could be related to that bomber in Norway. You know, whatever. Like years ago. Like I mean, shit.
Well,
I
more
don't
likely
wanna,
to be me, probably. But
I don't want to
Wow.
be like.
you talking about
I
the
don't
guy
wanna,
on the island?
No, the one
the
that
gunner?
blew up the high rise or whatever.
You could be that Polish guy who quotes that his uncle was Hitler.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't want to be related to him either, but I probably am according to people.
oh, brother, that
Pretty
guy.
sure the guy wasn't really related.
So I mean, am I really going to care about what my kids 17 generations down do? Probably not, because for one, I'm
Maybe
going to be
300
dead.
generations.
Okay, well, I'm definitely going to be
Really,
dead.
really long
I'm going to
time.
be a star
Yeah.
in the sky by then.
Exactly.
Ooh, yeah,
so
you'll be a
nothing
star.
You'll be a
matters.
star. I'll be a star too.
That's the thing. Nothing matters. So
We'll do
just
star stuff. Maybe we'll be a star one day.
don't worry about everything. Don't
Like
get
that
so
one
worked up
cartoon
about
with
everything.
Star fairies. Did you guys remember that?
I say,
but
it's-
I mean-
you can rewind this like you can,
Dude, no, like
somebody out there needs to
let's get into
splice
that.
it. Somebody needs to splice me saying like, yeah, so the heat death is inevitable. Just don't worry about everything.
all
And then
gonna be
splice to me like 5 minutes ago. It's fucking bullshit.
Let me tell you something. I'm 2 beers in. This is fucking bullshit. Do you think the second law of thermodynamics applies to the multiverse theory?
Yes.
Okay. So all
the
universal.
Marvel Comics multiverse?
No. I'm talking about the actual.
I was like, what?
String theory.
I'm talking
The
about
actual
string theory, the
multiverse that
actual multiverse that.
I don't really pay attention to that. When
But
I
the
think
thing
about
with that
science
is-
and different universes, I think A Wrinkle in Time.
The thing with that
Yeah,
is that
that's
there's
what
an
I'm
infinite amount of
following.
multiverses, right?
You don't listen to me. You don't care that I'm
I
talking.
do.
You just talk straight over me.
Well, I'm
every
addressing
show.
his conversation. Or
You're an
what he
asshole.
said.
Wow.
Well, I was listening to what you were saying, but I was also talking.
Talking over me.
I was talking to him, though.
I was talking to
Okay.
him and her.
I forgot what I was saying.
Shouldering you
Anyway.
off 'cause you're a jerk.
So go
Shoulder
ahead.
you off because you're a jerk. This is what you do to me all the time. You talk over me and Jen all the fucking time.
Well, I'm sorry.
This is the part of the show where it's awkward.
Wrinkle in Time.
I'm over it now.
Okay.
It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, kind of like the second law of thermodynamics. Yeah, dude, that's an interesting thought. Eventually, we'll die, we'll rot into the ground, and eventually we'll become literally part of the earth. That same earth that will be consumed by the sun when it sheds
We
its
will
outer
rot
layer.
into the ground and become part of the feces. Somebody will dig us
Oh,
up
gross.
and splatter on their face.
Someday I'll be on someone's cheek.
We'll actually be dust, so we could technically become diamonds because we'll just be carbon.
Right. That's what I'm saying is we'll break down.
Have you seen that you can make your people's ashes? It's like $25,000 to get a diamond ring from a dead person.
Or animals. You can do it with
Yeah,
animals,
yeah,
too.
I've seen
'Cause
that
anything,
too.
Anything that's carbon can be turned into diamonds.
Yeah.
My goal is to someday have enough money to turn one of my dead animals into a diamond.
Oh my god.
We do have Sophie.
Without even thinking
we have
about it.
Sophie
Yeah.
laying around in ashes.
Yeah.
We just move her from base to base. After we got that dead cat back in ashes, I was like, well, shit, we gotta move them everywhere. And what do we do with them? She's still in the box. So she's just like, I don't know where she's at actually in our house, but she's somewhere in storage. And so I'm like,
Closet upstairs.
so I figure we might as well just not be getting them back anymore. Just sprinkle them over whatever
She's in the
animal
closet.
cemetery there is.
No, well, now we just get the paw prints.
She's in the shoebox by the photo albums.
She's probably in the closet by all the teeth I've collected from Chrissy
Yeah, from Chrissy Gumi. Losing teeth.
Because I was like reading something one day that, when you lose a tooth, it's got stem cells in it, whatnot. And I was like, shit, I'm going to start collecting her teeth in case I ever need stem cells.
I'm gonna start growing organs from your teeth, kid.
And
No
she found
donor.
me teeth.
No donor list for me.
We've been giving her freaking tooth fairy money that I sprayed with my Chanel perfume. And so that, tooth fairy wears Chanel. And so...
Wow, that's a fancy fairy.
Well, that's why she gives $1 per tooth.
Yeah. And so she's like, she was new.
ballin'.
At first, she's like, I knew it was a tooth fairy because it smells like her money. And then she found all her teeth. She's like, is this my teeth? I'm like, no, it's Clayton's. No, it's Clayton's. I was keeping Clay's teeth. Because the tooth fairy didn't come around back then.
Tooth Fairy wasn't
He didn't
employed
believe in the
then.
tooth fairy, so
Yeah.
she didn't come to him.
Oh, that's awesome.
Or you could have made it. I would have made up the story that the tooth fairy gives you back your teeth once you're an adult.
Oh, that would have been.
Oh, that would have been smart.
Damn.
I just start.
Yeah.
I'd have just showed
He
him,
was a
like,
bad kid. But you're always talking about how good of a kid he was and how bad of a kid I am.
Well,
And how
look
you're always saying you wish I was more like him. Go to your room.
go to your room.
So Brayden is at AT right now.
Yeah, I saw your post.
And it cracks me up. So I get this picture of him. I'll show you guys. So I get this
Hey,
picture.
Jabebi
Hey.
YouTube. I figure I cracked the code. How you doing?
Jabibi.
Jabebi.
So he sends me a picture this
Jabebe.
morning.
Yeah.
Morning, people.
I see Jibby.
I'm like, are you on the
Jabay.
toilet sending me Snapchats?
Jabe. There's only one B.
He's like,
Jabe.
it's too early. It's too early to be up.
Good. Good to hear. What you up to?
Oh yeah,
We've
there is
been-
only one.
We've been drinking and getting
Yay.
super heated about nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Heat death of the
Really
universe.
upset.
Heated
Yes.
about the second law of thermodynamics. If that's something you want.
I want to know how many times we brought that up on this show.
A lot.
On this show, like
Yeah.
overall, a ton, because
Ton.
it's like
It's as much as we talk about poop.
it's like my go-to. Yeah.
It
Well, I
is.
think we probably talk about poop more than
Definitely.
the second law of
Well, we
thermodynamics.
really-
Cat shit
You know what?
pizzas.
We need to fix that, though. Let's talk about the second law of thermodynamics more often.
This you should have told her this is who the tooth fairy is. This guy.
Where are you coming from, Jabe?
It looks like he's drunk.
Just not
Jibby
loud enough to
eat.
get caught.
Jibby eat.
Jabe YouTube.
Look at you.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
What
Look
is
at you.
what is
Can
your
we be on
what
your
is
show?
the most viewed
No.
video that you have?
You're my intern.
Can I intern on your show?
You have to be on my show with 90 subs. Oh,
where's
Michigan.
Michigan?
All right.
UP. I'm calling
No.
Are you a gaming
Go on,
YouTuber
UP.
or what do you do? What kind of content do you have on YouTube?
I want to know where. In
Well, I
Michigan.
want to know what is his
What
most
part of the mitten?
No, literally, what city in
What's
Michigan?
his most
it.
what?
Skoda.
Oh,
Sorry.
just shut your goddamn mouth.
Sorry.
I've been trying to ask him. I want to know what his most viewed YouTube video
Sick.
is.
Okay.
I'd like
gaming's
if
where
you
it's
could
at,
just
man.
like maybe post it. To us
Kids
in
like to
Discord
watch
or
other kids
something.
play games
'Cause
on
I want
YouTube.
to see.
Oh yeah,
like,
the
what he's
Discord.
doing.
Here. We got a Discord.
Jesus Christ, dude!
Well,
Goodness, dude!
Snoring.
I am
Spear.
drunk.
Huh?
I'm quite drunk.
You had 2 beers and you're quite drunk.
This is my third
He's
beer.
a
Thank you
cheap
very much. And it's 9%. It's not like
Yeah, it's
it's.
pretty high.
I mean, this is my second.
Yeah, but you're not drinking a 9% beer.
No, I
That's
don't
probably
know.
like 5 or 6%. Shock top,
Check it
not
out.
very high.
Chop
Yeah,
top.
it's just 5%.
I really want to know where in Michigan.
She is 18 Judge. I like the name. That's a good name.
We're on pace.
What adult gamer means.
I
Are
think
you
it just
asking?
means not playing
Yeah.
like a
Are you asking what it
Animal
means?
Party or what? Animal Crossing.
No, adult gamers eat.
Hey, thank
Hey,
you.
thank
Nice,
you.
thank you.
Awesome. Appreciate that.
Well, if
I-
you're not going to tell us where in Michigan, that's okay. But my family, which obviously most of them are dead now,
So
From
she is 18 Judge.
yeah?
Says what adult gamer means. There's no
Adult
question
gamer.
mark, but I'm assuming that's a question.
It is subbed. Yes. I'm gonna find. I don't know how to say your screen name.
Never seen this term before.
what term?
What?
What term?
Adult gamer.
Or entropy.
Well, small town where?
Small town.
I mean, Oscoda's a small
UP.
town.
If you talk about the mitten, is it by the thumb?
I want to know if it's by
Is it the
Escanaba.
palm?
Yeah.
Escanaba,
My
yes.
mom is
But that's
actually
in the
born in
Upper Peninsula.
Escanaba.
What? Have you seen that movie?
You can't do
I
the
haven't.
Oh my gosh, you gotta see it.
I know.
you can't do the mitten on the UP though.
No, it's like up above
Porcupine
the
Mountains? Are you by the Porcupine Mountains?
And then my great aunt.
That's where you live.
They're not
Okay,
say
that's fine.
My great-
That's fine.
Why is he trying to figure out
I
where
know.
this person
You
lives?
don't
My
have to
great
tell.
aunt
I don't even-
lives in
sorry.
Ann Arbor.
Oh, yeah. Ann Arbor's right by the Porcupine Mountains.
Tell us.
There's mountains in Michigan.
Yeah. No,
Well, I asked nice. Now I'm not gonna
Not
ask
really.
nice.
You did.
It's like,
You don't got to tell us. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
kidding,
I found.
kidding.
I found.
Do we have pizza coming?
Yeah, we do.
I love
Nice.
Michigan though.
Okay, I'm gonna find.
That's
that.
the point we're trying to make.
I like the
Michigan.
Upper Peninsula.
It's just such a pretty place, and I love like the smoked whitefish, and I love the jerky
And the Mackinac fudge.
and the Mackinac fudge,
And the Detroit Lions.
and not really. No.
Not written down.
Near Battle Creek are the headquarters of post-war Kellogg's.
Oh,
Dude, I
that's
actually-
really
I
cool.
love Raisin Bran.
I actually did. I had to spend a few weeks out in Battle Creek, and I hated every minute of it.
That was the best soundbite of the whole show.
Oh no, I liked the area.
Yeah.
I hated where I had to stay. In
It's
Yeah.
the headquarters of Poster Kellogg's. I love Raisin Bran.
It's always sunny with two. Oh, hold on a second.
That's Toucan
It's
Sam.
always sunnier with 2 scoops of raisins.
Oh,
Oh, brother.
Oh, and what's really cool is, have you seen the stuff called Fordite? It's basically made from the paint that they took off of the car shops in Detroit. So they used to spray. I mean, they still spray paint cars, but in the Ford factories and a lot of the car factories in Detroit,
13 miles from Battle Creek.
they would just spray.
Oh, okay.
They would just keep
There's a Battle
spraying
Creek,
different
Minnesota,
colors,
too.
and like
Yeah.
all of the colors would just like fall on the ground.
friend's
And of course,
mom's
now
there.
all of those car factories have closed down for a long time, but people went in and like excavated, or not excavated, but like I guess they just removed like the
scooped up all
dried
the
paint,
paint
and it's really
chippings or
cool
whatever.
looking. Because like if you look up what Fordite looks like, it's like strips of color, and like people will make like cabs.
so it's
and
like a
different
tree
things out
with
of
all the
them.
layers of the tree, but it's layers of paint
Yeah,
from the
it's
Ford
really
company. Okay.
That makes me think of a Aesop Rock song called Rings.
And it's like not super common because obviously there was only so much of it. so.
Yeah. I used to deliver Ford Ranger seats to the Ford Ranger factory.
This is
In St.
this is
Paul.
their most seen video. I just shared it to you so that way you can see their most watched video.
Minecraft, huh? I love Minecraft.
Because I sucked.
It looks like really interesting.
Oh wow, you can't even
Oh.
paint that in real life.
No.
That's just like
And big blocks
I
of it look
want a
like
mug.
that.
Not the Porcupine Mountains. The mountains are above Wisconsin.
oh yeah,
That's true.
Wisconsin.
Ann Arbor's not by the... well, we drove through Ann Arbor to go to the Porcupine Mountains, but I was also very young, so...
You
Yeah.
probably don't have a shitting clue what you did back then.
No, I don't.
You fell into a pig trough and got pneumonia.
Not at the Porcupine Mountains, and I got a dual ear infection, not pneumonia.
Whatever.
And it was a cow. It was cow piss.
You've told me multiple versions of it.
No, it's always cow. It was a cow farm.
It's always
a dairy
cows.
farm.
Wait, hold on a second here. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought too. I hadn't been to Michigan in a while. I was like, I think it is near Detroit because I remember going to Detroit.
Huh. Well, I don't know.
I saw
Maybe Ann Arbor. Maybe I went through Ann Arbor when I was a truck driver, and I just associated it with the Porcupine Mountains.
maybe, but I remember going to Detroit as a kid before it fell apart.
I went to Detroit as a truck driver, and I went into the gas station. And when I was coming out of the gas station to go back to my truck, I heard a bunch of gunfire in the city. This is before I joined the Army. So then I shut my doors, locked the doors, put my seatbelts through the door handle, slept with my hammer next to me. I was like, because I had to stay there overnight because I got there after the yard had closed, and I had to wait until the yard opened in the morning to drop my load off. If I did it now, though, I'd just be like, whatever.
Please end it.
I have family that have a 77-acre farm, and I used to live on a farm.
Oh my God, What did you guys have on your farm?
Drugs. No, I'm just kidding. That's the farm I
So
went.
I shared their channel.
Cows?
Shared
In
the
the,
channel in the Discord.
The Discord?
Yep. So people can go check out Jebiite.
JBE YouTube.
YouTube. Oh,
JBE
is that
YouTube, yeah.
JBE YouTube. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, so I shared it there.
Now who listens to who?
He's got a, I don't know if it's a he or she, but
They.
they have a video on there with 11,000 views. It's freaking crazy.
Well, we have a video with 5,000 views. That's almost half that.
Which one is that?
The short. We have a short.
Oh,
we have
the
like a
cat short.
No, it's like a we're going live soon, blah, 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 kind of thing. It's got a lot of views. I don't know why.
Yeah, like why?
Yeah.
Why
I don't
that
know.
one?
I don't pretend to know how the algorithm works.
It says it's on its way, but I don't know.
And honestly, I'm gainfully employed, so if
Delivery
this
in 8 minutes.
nice.
I don't know what this is. 8 minutes.
If this show never like takes off and I never make money, I'll still do it because for one, for me anyway, purely masturbatory. And for two,
I don't even know what that word means.
it means it's like self-joy.
It's like self-recognition. You talk over everybody.
Moving on.
Wow. She flipped that effort.
You've been oh, really? So you got it all figured out. Well, it hasn't, but it changes periodically, doesn't it? The
What
algorithm,
make
like
you think that?
what they're looking for and stuff like that. Well, because it used to be like 15 minutes. You had to have a 15-minute video. Yeah, see, so it changes all the time.
On purpose, obviously.
Yeah, because it's based on what people are watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did when I was in Kuwait. I was doing a bunch of like episodic things, like
Singing about depressing songs.
well, no, that was my old channel, but I was doing Minecraft. I did a Minecraft series, and then I did a little bit of a Subnautica series when I got back home. But I was also trying to get a bachelor's degree, so I didn't have time to have a full-time job, do YouTube videos, and try to get a bachelor's degree, and take care of my family, and do the household stuff, and all that other stuff. So the YouTube obviously dropped off. And now it's just live. And I'm doing, we're streaming to YouTube and Twitch and Twitter. I don't know how Twitter, whatever. If people find us on Twitter, that's great. But we're streaming to all three. Really just to try and figure out like what works and where I'm going to grow fastest.
Oh,
Nice.
awesome! Like later, like they have a 77-acre farm of all beans. Like you don't have any livestock.
I'll be right
They
back.
probably have some CRP fields, and like you rotate the fields around. Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of acreage to not have any farm animals.
I don't know. So my ex-in-laws have a 33,000 acre ranch out in South Dakota.
33,000.
That's where Braden lives. Yeah.
Holy shit!
And that's where Dances with Wolves was filmed. They used their horses. And so,
Okay.
oh, that's fun. That's like in ice go bogging in Dresser, Wisconsin when I was in high school. It's fun. But yeah, so like, and they mostly have sheep and cattle. They actually they are one of the people that sell their sheep to Outback Steakhouse and stuff like that. So they provide meat to different restaurateurs, companies, whatnot. And I thought it was always really cool because when I was married to my ex, we'd just get it for free because, he had a share in the ranch.
Yeah.
So then I'd get free meat and then I'd be like, man, I'm cutting out the middleman. I'm not going to Outback to go eat this.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to Outback to eat this meat. I'm eating it straight from farm.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool. But So I grew up and I had horses too,
Same.
but we didn't have 77 acres.
No,
I would love to have that much. That'd be
Never.
cool as hell.
I don't even know what the hell I would do with 77 acres. I mean, I'd certainly have some type of livestock on there, but
I would have some livestock. I would have some like fields of, whatever, winter fallow.
Yeah.
Like different types of grains and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
that's true.
I would have
Grains would
some
be good.
like corn to feed the deer, and whatnot. And then I'd probably like rent out my land so people could hunt on it,
yeah.
because people are always looking for land to hunt on.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, cool shit. My ex-in-laws, they had a bunch of crazy people that would not crazy people, but it's celebrity people. George Bush Sr. hunted on their land. I hunted with Ted Nugent. In person, I did hunt with Ted Nugent and Chris Ledoux. I don't know if you know who Chris Ledoux is. Mm-hmm. He's kind of like a George Strait of country music, but I think he's passed away now. But they were both pretty cool, actually. Ted Nugent kind of had an attitude.
Yeah, I could see that.
He was thought his shit didn't stink. But he was also very helpful. He was because I was new to hunting. So, and my ex-husband was very keeping me under his thumb. You shouldn't know anything. His dad treated me really nice because I did really well with the horses. The horses liked me better than my ex. So whenever his dad was moving cattle or something, he'd take me and not my ex-husband. Because I could actually get the horse into the trailer without freaking losing my shit.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to butt rope a horse. How hard is it to just treat animals with respect?
Yeah.
But my ex-husband had an issue. So
Well, your ex-husband had an issue with treating anybody with respect.
that's true. So so he didn't want me going hunting with all them when they'd go out. I really wanted to. I've always been a tomboy. I wanted to do things like that. So they were like, oh, you can have the 12 gauge shotgun because it has a softer, bang. And I was like, well, the 20 gauge recycles the action. So wouldn't that mean that it would be kind of the same? It wouldn't be as big a boom to me. It wouldn't kick me on my butt.
Yeah.
So whatever. I just wanted to be like everybody else. He didn't want that. And Ted Nugent was like, hey, yeah. He was teaching me about guns. He was teaching me how to field dress an animal. It was really cool actually about it, but he is kind of an asshole too.
You know who's an asshole?
You.
Besides me.
Paul.
John Cougar Mellencamp.
Really?
Yeah. He threw a beer bottle at me.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, because he has a house that's on the same lake as the
Jesus.
wow.
Big
So
old
I
farms.
went to National Camp School
Pretty cool.
It is.
in the Hoosier National Park, and John Cougar Mellencamp has a house that's on whatever lake that because I was a aquatics director, so
we
it's
watched that
doing
Beverly
swimming.
Hills Housewives, and his daughter Teddy was on the show. So basically, you were like a Kevin Bacon degree of separation with her.
It's true, yeah, yeah. But we were doing, we were learning about. I forget. We were learning how to teach swimming strokes because we had to learn how to teach all the aquatic merit badges, and one of them is swimming merit badge. So we were learning how to slow down.
You were learning, or were
free
you
stroke?
teaching people?
Yeah, free
No,
stroke.
we were learning.
Oh, okay.
It was international camp school, so we were learning how to be an aquatics director, and so we were learning how to slow down each step of every stroke. And I remember the guy was like, "Look, you can do the free stroke really slow, and still make it happen." And be able to teach kids how to do it. And then John Cougar Mellencamp was on a pontoon boat, and he's like, "Get the fuck off my lake!" And he threw a beer bottle.
Jesus. Did it hit you in the head?
Well, it didn't hit
Oh.
me, but it landed in the water near us all because he didn't like the Boy Scout camp being there. He didn't want.
His privacy being infringed.
Well, because it was a swimming area that had a bunch of ropes and stuff. He didn't want to be restricted from where he could bring his pontoon boat, I guess, or whatever. But yeah, it was great. His mailbox was a
I'm
small
gonna go
garage.
meet the pizza person.
Okay.
Because I don't want to go into the neighbor's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause you'll fight somebody.
It was, but literally, we drove.
Just because. Principle.
Man, I can't believe I haven't talked about this experience on the show yet, but I had a lot of crazy stuff happen. One, my tent mate at that camp school, his dad was a pitcher for the Angels.
Wow.
And his dad was coming up out of the dugout one day, and his foot got caught on one of the steps, and he broke his leg.
Yikes.
So he had like a huge disability claim for the Angels, and so the guy was rich. And one of the things that you do traditionally, because to be an aquatics director you have to be 21.
Yeah.
So one of the things you do when you graduate national camp school as an aquatics director is you go out with all the other aquatics directors people, and you go into Bloomington, Indiana, where this Indiana State University is, and drink. And he was rich, and he was my tent mate, and he's like, "Hey man, you're not paying tonight." And I was like, "Are you sure?" And he's like, "I got my dad's money. You're not paying tonight." So
nice.
I got shitty drunk. And like
Ouch.
I like hit on some girl at the bar, and her boyfriend came up, and he was like a rugby player.
Oh shit.
He had like a crooked nose, like his nose had been broken before. And he's like, "This is my girlfriend." And I was like, "That's cool. Anyway, you're really pretty." I was like, super, super not appropriate, but
I will be shortly back.
I didn't get in a fight or anything, so that was good.
All right.
That's good.
But I was hungover at graduation the next day. So
There you go.
Some stuffed crust with sausage, onion, and green pepper.
nice.
And then I got some Brooklyn style.
Ooh.
pepperoni.
Nice. That's what I want. I did tell. So speaking of this large acre farm, so Chrissy May, she wants to retire on like land, and I'm on board with it because she wants horses. I want goats.
Oh.
I want emus.
Ooh, I want Nemo. No, I'll take a piece of that stuffed crust if that's all right.
So, and
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't mind having like a head of cattle or a couple head of cattle.
Yeah.
But I told her if we get anything more than like 4 acres of land, I'm okay with it. Let's do it. But I want to have a mosquito so that I can patrol the land for my mosquito with my M1A rifle
That's
next
bro.
to me.
Those mosquito.
So I can
videos
get rid
are
of
awesome, bro.
So I can go after all the poachers that are obviously going to come out on the land and try to hunt.
You might honestly not be hungry,
Really?
but I'm not going to speak for you.
It's just the pizza getter after I sit down. Because my chair's about ready to break.
It's true.
$3,500 per acre, so about $30,000
Holy shit.
for 10 acres.
Wow, that's pretty cheap.
Damn, dude.
We were looking
Over
at
here,
land in
Yeah, I
Wisconsin.
Yeah, we were looking at land in Wisconsin. It was 3 acres for 86,000, something like that. Yeah, that would be wow. In Michigan, maybe we should retire to Michigan. That'd still be close enough to home.
Expensive.
About $5 a gallon. Not the
Little
worst in the
better.
country, but still
Right in the middle.
pretty rough. Especially 3,500.
35. Yep.
Well, 10 acres is 35,000. It's 3,500 an acre.
Jesus.
Man,
Fuck that.
yeah, it's kind of rough when you got an F-150 and a Ford
Which
Explorer.
pizza you want?
Stuffed crust.
Can you grab her one?
Man, I had to pee. Sorry. Glad it was.
I did too.
Ah!
Mm-hmm.
nearly exploded with me.
Wow. I like that. I like that
You're
story.
so cute.
He's
He's
Not
giving
in
me.
a good way.
He keeps giving me big old cheesy smiles.
Mm-hmm.
he's
so cute.
such a sweet dog. I love this dog.
He was gonna lose his mind at that get together the other day. He was just
Yeah.
like, "There's so many people. I don't know what to do." He started chilling out.
I thought we got Domino's.
Oh. We used to live by Bellevue, Washington.
Bellevue, Washington, yeah.
Haven't not heard of Bellevue,
Where
Michigan.
the Tesla Motors factory is, or not factory, but there's a big show floor there.
I'm gonna see where it is. I had a friend that's from Michigan, and man, she showed me pictures of where she grew up.
So-
And it was beautiful.
I was thinking about this when I was sitting on the toilet
Oh God, I've been dying for this.
about how Ann Arbor is like 250 something miles away from the Porcupine Mountains.
Yeah.
And it makes sense now because my parents,
It's a very small town. It's smaller than the town I grew up in.
Oh, okay.
my parents got in a
I mean, you said
huge
it was a really
argument.
small town.
My mom really wanted to go to Ann Arbor, and my dad really did not want to go to Ann Arbor. And it makes sense now, because if Ann Arbor was 250 miles in the wrong direction from the Porcupine Mountains to go home, no wonder they got in a big old argument.
Very good, very nice crime rate. There's like no crime.
Well, yeah.
Nobody lives there.
Yeah, I was like, there's not enough people there.
Very family friendly
Keep
too.
hearing
It
the
says there's
words
lots of
Ann
plenty activities for kids to do.
Interesting.
Probably outdoor activities.
Who doesn't want to go ice fishing or snowmobiling in the winter?
I mean, duh.
Snowmobiling sounds fun.
It's awesome. It's like four-wheeling, but with skis. It's great.
Damn. I thought Ann Arbor was like on the coast of one of the Great Lakes. It's just a suburb of Detroit. Wow, that
Yeah, everybody
sucks.
makes it seem like it's so cool.
Wow, that sucks.
Kind of like how Stillwater is a suburb of Minneapolis.
She's like smelling the
Wow.
the thing over there. Look at her.
She's like, "What's this smell?"
Hello, Miss Dahlia. Are you making
There's only like 1,200 people in Bellevue.
Really? Wow.
Your chance of having a crime commit to you is like 1 in 1,300.
Maybe we should retire there. I mean,
Okay.
Jabei YouTube has a really good YouTube channel, so obviously they have decent internet.
Who's not?
Yeah, it's not that far from Grand Rapids or Lansing. Kalamazoo.
Oh yeah.
Kalamazoo. When I worked at FedEx, that was my favorite. I always loaded the Michigan truck, and
Okay.
that was my favorite.
I'm gonna go scare your cat away. She wants to. She's looking to ride on.
Oh, don't scare her.
Okay,
She's doing it now.
that's like right in the middle. Okay, but yeah, when I was a package handler for FedEx, I used to love doing the Michigan trailer because there were so many packages that would go to Kalamazoo.
I don't remember that one. 51.
Huh?
I said I don't remember that job. 51.
Really?
Yeah.
I swear I've told you that job. I had to have. That was like a huge job in my life.
I don't know how
I saw a
don't
shark.
know how we missed
I
it.
hallucinated a shark fin swimming through the street on my way to school one day. Because I was doing school during the days and FedEx at night. I didn't sleep for like 6 months.
Still don't remember.
I just got an alert that my assignment in chemistry is overdue because yesterday I was so busy. We had the thing at the unit, then got home and I was like really just dead to the world because of dealing with people. And then
Yeah, they're the worst.
How much
Then-
do they dock you for being late though?
I think 10 points a day. So then I got I had like 5 different homework assignments due by midnight last night. And I've been scheduling like doing things every day
Yeah.
to keep up on everything.
Is there a dog outside?
Yeah.
Can I have these?
Stuffed crust?
Yeah. And so I've been like trying to keep up on everything. But then I spent I had a ton that was just happened to be due on Friday. I got some of it due beforehand or done beforehand, but it was like everybody had assignments. I have 4 classes.
She signed up for a full 4 class load for summer school.
And so then,
You're trying to get by?
we got done with Chrissy
Can you
Gumi's.
give me a pepperoni while you're up there?
So then we had Chrissy Gumi's therapy, and then we went out to eat. By the time I got home, it was like 8:30, and I was like scrambling. I had Gitch doing chemistry for me, which didn't go so well.
I don't know chemistry. I got half the questions. I only got one wrong. But then it turns out that her test shut off
At
today.
midnight.
Yeah.
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 So it gave me a score of 43%.
You didn't get through it all.
Yeah. Now I just gotten a reminder. Hey, you're past due.
Hey.
Well, that's really awesome.
Nice.
I used to do that when I was 13.
That's like my grade school or my middle school days.
Yeah, I would bike into Wisconsin, and then bike up to the freaking Dairy Queen. Is on the top of the hill in Hudson, and
That's a
like,
hell of a bike ride. Holy crap. Up that hill?
yeah,
Man.
cross the bridge with all the traffic and everything, up that hill, go get ice cream. Because I was trying to stay. I was anorexic when I was young, and so I was like an extreme workout person. I worked out like a crazy person. But then my friend, when she'd come with me, she'd be like, "I want to go get Dairy Queen." So then we'd go to the Dairy Queen, and then it freaked me out even more. So then I had to bike more. So it was really not helpful.
No.
I bike to Bayport all the time. That's not quite Hudson.
Mm-mm.
I always forget how good stuffed crust is. I haven't gotten it in a really, really long time, but it's really good.
We get it all the time. I'm a big fan of the Detroit style.
Oh, you get over there.
The one good thing about living in Michigan is that your team will be playing for Thanksgiving every year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Are you a big sports baller there, Jabete? You two?
Big old.
Vermont?
Really? How is there a town smaller than Bellevue? That's a pretty small town. I grew up in a small town. When I was a kid, there was 2,500 in it. When I graduated, there was 4,600. But your town's a lot smaller than mine was.
Somebody from my town says they grew up in a small town, but it's not small.
Yeah, it's always been a.
Place
Mm-hmm.
Grew up in what was once the 6th largest city in America.
Yeah. It's we would never be able to claim we grew up in a small town.
No. With any luck, we'll stay in a small town, though. I'm actually going to write branch and see if they'll let me extend one more year.
Here?
Yep, and I can just UQR out of here.
You're gonna stay here?
Mm-hmm. Why not?
Remember before you guys got here, you were like, "No, we don't want to go there." Blah 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 blah. Man, and you guys are big hikers and everything, so you really loved Washington. And then I was like, "There's a lot of hiking here," and you're like, "I don't know." I was like, "I don't think she's gonna like it." And then you get here and you're just out hiking all the time.
Yeah.
Stuff isn't quite as close as I'd like it to be, but
It's infinitely better than Alabama.
definitely better than living in Alabama.
Wow.
Yeah, if we lived in Alabama, I would let
That's
the Army
crazy.
move me out of Alabama.
Oh, I love Alabama. That's my type of place, I think.
We love Alabama because it's slow.
I definitely like the slower
Pace
pace.
of
I
life
told
is
him
slow.
that, but I think I need kind of a in between, the big city
Everybody,
and slow.
everybody likes a certain pace.
There's no There's not a lot of because Alabama's like the southern edge of the Appalachians. So there's not a lot of like really good hiking out there.
Yeah.
That was the other big thing I didn't like.
Yeah. However, there's the highest concentration of alligators. So if you're into that kind of thing,
Yeah.
Yeah. Freshwater.
And there just wasn't. I feel like there just wasn't a
freshwater
lot
gator.
of like options for stuff to do there. Like,
yeah, but we're fine with that. Like, I can sit on the porch, like the peanut festival. Yeah,
I did like the peanut
I
festival.
like the peanut festival too.
when we're good with just like I built furniture for our porch. We're good with just living on the porch. The church that we went to was like you could see it from our back porch. It was awesome.
I need just a slight bit more. That's okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody's got their own stuff.
For sure.
I honestly don't need anything because like even that work function we went to, I got burned out. Like my social battery just depleted and I was like, all right, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Because I can't like that many people in one place and I'm just like, okay, well, I just can't deal with this.
Yeah, it was a lot. I had a good time though.
That's the one thing I don't like about being in the military though, is because it's like mandatory that you go to those functions like that, and it's like I don't have the energy for it.
Well, I mean, you do it exactly the way you did it, man. You know, like you show up, and then just so we can all see your smiling face. The second
but
you can't tolerate it, split.
I have the freedom to do that though. There's people that can't do that. Like I can't imagine if I was like an O grade
Oh, dude.
and I had to be there, like I would have just sat at a picnic table and been miserable for the last half of that event.
Then honestly, I would imagine what you do is talk to one of your guys, one of your fellow O's, and be like, hey, text me when this wraps. So you come back. You know what I mean? No one says you have to be there for the whole in between.
That's smart.
You know what I mean? Be like, hey, just text me when this is over.
Well, no one
clean up and-
except the vag.
Well, you know what? Then you show up for the end. You show up for the end. Let me know when the closing comments are about to start. You stay somewhere close.
If you're an O grade and you're not signed up for a sporting event, though, you're a failure.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, depends on what unit you go to. You're probably you could try your best and be a failure anyway.
That's true.
Seriously. I mean,
Yeah.
Shit.
That's true.
By all accounts, I'm a failure. It's like I don't care.
Not by all accounts.
Just by a lot. Just by the ones that quote matter end quote. To which I say, I got my money. I'm literally.
I mean, if it's not in your records, does it really matter?
Nope.
It's not real.
It's not real.
Not real. It doesn't exist.
It's not real, dude.
That's the thing.
I'm so excited. I get to talk to people. And be
I
like,
mean, you're getting paid to really like have a whole lot less responsibility.
yes.
So,
Oh, especially now.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like I go to my A part every year and I see like guys get all stressed out about it. And I'm like, what are they?
In the country for 10 years, I like riding quads, dirt biking, and sledding.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
well,
that's good stuff.
Jibby or Jibby.
Jibbe.
We grew up in a big city, so we were used to big city, but when we moved away from the big city and started living in smaller cities, I
Yeah.
started liking that a lot.
Yeah, we're like, big city sucks.
I was like, hey, this slower pace of life is kind of nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
And not having to fight people to get to the store
And the
or fight people
traffic.
in traffic was nice.
Yep.
I remember reading about the traffic at Fort Rucker and people being like, "Oh, the traffic is terrible," blah blah blah.
are you
And the
talking
entire
about?
time I was there, I was like, "What traffic
Yeah,
are
what
they
traffic?
talking?"
Yeah, people are like, don't live on Fort Rucker Boulevard. You'll never get to work. I was like, what?
What? It's like
Nobody
let me take
lives
you,
here.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, hold on.
Let me take you to a
Have you ever seen I-5?
Dude,
Have you ever
Any
been
part
to
of
Virginia?
I-5?
I've
Yeah.
seen I-5 in all 3 states where it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Seriously. Let me take you to I-5 in California. It is an it's
Yeah, any part of I-5
Yeah.
is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
any part is ridiculous, but I-5 in Southern California.
was awful.
I-5 in Southern California.
Sit there for hours trying to go somewhere.
I was shocked at how
Yeah,
bad it
well,
was.
it took me when we lived in Tacoma. It took me 15 minutes to get to work and an hour and a half to get home.
Well, if you didn't leave at a certain minute,
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, it's true.
you
If-
would be
It
an
would be a
extra
time
20
Yeah.
minutes. Yeah.
If I didn't leave, because I had to be there at 6:30, so if I didn't leave at 5:54, like if I left the house at 5:55, I would be late to work. But if I left at 5:54, I'd get there in 15 minutes and I'd be like a half hour early. It was crazy.
That doesn't really make sense. The time doesn't work out for that. Half hour early, and it takes
He's
15
calling
minutes to
you
get
a
there.
liar.
I was 15 minutes early though, or 5 minutes early. No, I was a half hour early. 24 minutes or whatever.
Oh man, I
With
dated
the hogs? Like,
I
did you
dated
live
a guy
in the hog
that
pen?
had pigs.
Did you
and
eat
I'd
the
go
slop?
and I'd feed the animals with him. The silo. Holy moly!
Stinky?
Yes.
Yeah. I've never been in one, but I can only imagine.
Pigs are gross. That's a fact.
I mean, it's right up there
That's
with
why
like
the,
chicken smell to me.
The
Ooh,
Muslims
chicken
don't
smells
eat them.
Yeah, but I mean, they're gross, but they taste so
Man,
good.
you
I
were
don't
really
get
tan then.
They do taste
Yeah.
good. But they're unclean. They don't
That's why they call it a
sweat.
farmer's
it.
tan.
Would you say they're
Yeah.
not halal?
I
They
like
are
it.
not halal.
I grew up with a farmer's town out
'Cause they don't
tan.
sweat.
I was pretty proud of it.
Yeah.
It's like, look at my farmer's tan.
They're
I
also
was
not
like
kosher
paper white up
because they
here.
don't sweat.
And then I'd have all these freckles.
Is that why they're hated amongst those religions? Because they don't sweat?
Yeah,
What?
because they're unclean. Because they just wallow in their own filth.
Yeah.
You know why I don't like eating ham? Is because I was at my ex-husband's grandma's house for Thanksgiving or Easter one year. It was a holiday. And I had a big slab of ham on my plate. And there was a little tube sticking out.
Oh, the vein.
And it was like... and I
yummy.
was like, what the heck is this? And
Extra
then
protein.
his grandma was like, well, it's an animal. They have veins. And I was like, nope. I don't want to eat this no more. And then I saw it on a piece of beef,
been like,
too.
I'll
And
take-
I was like, well, I can't eat this no more. I'm eating veins.
I'd have been like, give it here.
It's the chewy parts.
Yeah. I'd be like,
My first deployment, my squad leader, or the other team leader of my squad, got tricked into eating like a bite of goat fat. Just like pure goat fat. And the
Wow.
village elder gave it to him and was like, this is like a sign of respect. You're the most respected guy at the table, blah, blah, blah. Ryrie.
Hey, Snoopy.
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
rye.
What
Damn.
have you been up to?
Yeah.
It's,
How
Why
are
is
you?
on here?
it's rye. I love it.
What are you doing on here, intern?
I don't know.
Are you
How are
doing
you
it on
in
your
the show
phone?
end over there? Are you fucking with us?
Magic.
Wait, is that really him?
It's me. It's totally me.
No, it's Snoopy.
Oh,
Look at little sniffles.
wait, you just typed that?
Face with tears of joy.
Yes. I'm doing it right now. I'm really good at this.
I've been watching his hands this whole time. Like, how the heck is
He's
this
typing
happening?
with his mind.
I'm doing it. I'm saying what I want Rye to
He
say.
kind of
as my
is like a
backup
private.
Yeah, kind of.
He gets in trouble,
He's pretty much.
and he's not
Pretty
liked
much
by
private.
some people.
Oh yeah,
Might as well be a private.
pretty much private right now. It's awesome.
Pretty much.
Fuck do you think you are?
I'm sorry. What? What's happening?
Did you notice how the commander pretty much avoided me the whole time I was there
She
yesterday?
avoided both of us. Yeah.
Yeah.
She
I
didn't
told
say.
intern, I said, she was like, she was cutting the tri-tip and I came over to get some tri-tip, or I came over to get food and I saw she was cutting tri-tip. And I was like, oh, what is that? And she's like, it's tri-tip. I'm like, oh, that looks amazing. And she's like, it just felt awkward because like she knew she had to have like engaging conversation with me. And you could tell it was awkward for her.
Because she's like, I hate your husband.
Your husband's a piece of shit.
And I
don't
told
wanna-
him, I was like,
I don't like
I'm
him.
pretty sure Major Bay was really weirded out by talking to me.
You should talk to her more often.
Yeah, you should follow her on her TikTok.
We call her the Vag on this show.
She hasn't followed me back, by the way.
She posted. It's major. So she put a video out there. We've been good, man. How you been? Oh, damn, that's a dream.
That's what I need. Does
That
it
is
have a
the
huge
dream.
tub? Does it have a huge
I feel
tub?
like, though, for 5 bedrooms, 1.5 bath is not a lot.
It's an old house, probably.
Yeah, for sure.
That's fine.
It's fine.
The half bath is probably the one in the rest of the house, and the one whole bath is in the master
Nobody
bedroom.
has
So
to
that's the only
shit
one that
all at the
matters.
same time.
Yeah, Christy Gumi was like, when we get a house, I want one of those big tubs too. I'm like, they don't come with 2 of them. I get it.
Yeah.
Unless you have them built that way.
Yeah. Which,
Yeah, she's like, I want to have like a separate shower with a tub in my bathroom, and I was like, don't hold your breath.
yeah. We're going to give you a clawfoot tub for your deep bath, and then you can stand and have like the little shower curtain going around it. That's your bathroom.
That's what I had growing up. We had a clawfoot tub in the middle of the bathroom. Didn't have a shower.
Face with tears of
What, a
joy.
jacuzzi tub with the bubbles? That's what I want too.
Yeah.
Bubbles,
They're hard to clean.
Taking a
though.
rest from school. You know what? I got my degree, so I'm taking an extended rest from
I'm
school.
in summer semester right now. I'm pretty much losing my mind because it's accelerated. I took 4 classes and I
It's all
didn't.
science stuff, which is hard.
I got my undergrad 11 years ago, and
didn't
I've
do
been on
my
break ever
homework
since.
completely yesterday. So then I should have done it today, and I started, and then Barley started eating my hand, and so then I was like, "Shit, I'm done. I can't do anymore." I want one too.
Me too.
Hell yeah. Who doesn't want a jacuzzi?
I saw
That's
on,
the
on
dream.
Wayfair
You know
you
what?
can
If
get
you
one
don't
of those
want a jacuzzi
tubs
tub
that's
with bubbles,
inflatable.
I've thought about
I'm
it.
gonna
I
have
thought about it too, and then I was like, "Oh damn, we
fists
got
thrown
Pierre
at you.
Barley."
I just don't know where I would
That's
put
the dream.
I don't know where I'd put one in the backyard here either, or even if we're allowed to, but I'd
if you're
put it there.
halal or kosher.
Well, we
somewhere.
have a pool, so who really cares what we're allowed to do at this point? We have 8 animals in a pool. Like, who gives a shit what's allowed?
Pretty sure.
Let's
what
get
you're
an
doing is
inflatable
not
hot tub.
allowed.
Yeah. It's like, what are they going to do? Kick us out of our house? Make us homeless?
Yeah.
We'll just go to the news.
Oh, really?
We'll go
Near
to
the
Reuters.
master bedroom. Was there a bathroom on the main floor or just upstairs by the master bedroom?
Well, we know what a half bath is. That's always what a half bath is. It's always just a toilet and
Uh-oh.
a sink.
What's going on?
The hell?
Did we lose chat?
All right, chat. Hold on. We'll get you back.
No!
For some reason.
How the heck did you do this, Gitch?
I don't know what happened. It just like randomly logged out. That's weird.
Damn.
not letting
maybe
you
we,
click
Maybe
on
we
it.
got hacked.
It's probably Sniffles.
No, he's on the couch.
Really?
Yeah.
He's just looking at us assholishly. He's looking at us like Dr. Evil's cat.
Nobody's near any cords or nothing. The master bed is on the
on the
first.
first floor. Okay, cool. That's what I'd want.
Yeah,
I have horrible knees.
I definitely would. I don't want a 2-story. Like, that's why we bought a 1-story house. I was like, I don't want a 2-story house.
I mean, I think I would get either a 1-story with a basement or a 2-story, just so that
could do
way
a
I can like
basement.
have Christy Gumi like not
Separate?
Yeah, I don't gotta see all her filth.
Get like one of those houses where like you have like wings of the house.
Yeah.
And, like, Chrissy, give me, you have
You got
this
the
wing
left
over
wing.
here.
You got the west wing. I hope you chose all the crosswalks. You're missing one.
Some teams just hit different. I like someone's response.
You're missing the crosswalk on the upper right.
That's not a crosswalk?
The one right below that.
Oh, that's the middle of it.
Prove you're not a robot.
It's impossible for me.
It's like, dude.
You have to prove you're not a robot to a robot.
And then I gotta put in the 2FA, and then I'm gonna have to do another CAPTCHA.
Oh, Lord.
This is why I hate going onto his computer, because it's all kinds of bullshit. I can't get into his email to get all these fucking codes. And he's always, that happens when he's gone, you know, so it's like,
Now
shit.
verify the ones with cars.
I don't see any with cars.
Oh wait, the middle one has cars.
This one?
Yeah, I think
And
the
the one
top
below
one above it has cars. I think. Can't really tell from here, but it looks like
That
it has
one?
cars. The one above.
The one above on the right.
No, the one in the middle.
That's a
above.
street light.
Oh, okay. I can't see from here. It looks like cars.
Do the one on the upper right. Is there a car
This
there?
one?
What the hell?
No,
No,
there's no car.
what is
What
that
is
other
this,
one? What
though?
is that?
I don't know. I'm going to verify.
Oh, yeah, you didn't do it right.
No,
No, you got
bridges.
bridges.
Now bridges.
Oh boy.
That's no.
Bottom
Yeah.
middle. Bottom middle.
Bottom middle. Upper right. Is that a bridge? That looks like a
No,
bridge.
It's not a
Are
bridge.
you
All
sure?
right, verify.
All right, we're
Jesus.
back in.
This is really so much. It's too much. There's a point where it's just too secure.
Have you seen like those funny memes where like it's joking about that and like people who have like anxiety worry about like the one strip where like it's like touching into this one square. It's like the crosswalk part
Oh,
is
yeah,
or
yeah.
something is touching into
It's
it.
a
Oh,
little
and they like
tiny-
got the
Yeah.
sweaty face. Yeah.
Like, I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to click to.
That's me. I'm like, oh shit, they're gonna make me do it again. They know I'm not real. But I
ones-
am real.
The ones I hate worse than those CAPTCHA ones where like you have to like identify a thing is when you actually have to type in the CAPTCHA and it's like all blurred out and like scribbled
Yeah.
on.
And there's
you're,
letters
like,
through
looking at it,
letters.
and you're like, you put it in and it's like, nope, that's wrong. I'm like, well, I can't fucking tell what the shit this is.
Right, I can't tell on top of everything. I haven't worn glasses that fit my
And I have
prescription
good
for a
eyes.
long time.
I don't have problems with my eyes.
I do.
And I still can't tell. I'm like, what the fuck?
It was nice seeing you too, Snoopy. Have a good night.
Aw.
Snoopy, come see us again.
Bye.
What?
She got a chore. He got a
okay.
chore.
So now it's only popping up on the right side, but not the left side?
Well, no, it'll pop up on the left now because I
Oh.
just got logged back in on the left side.
Oh, okay.
Nice seeing you guys. You too, intern. Yeah.
You got a shout out. You got a shout out.
I got a shout out as a tail end /
Yeah.
afterthought.
Nice seeing you guys.
Hey, at least
And the
Yeah,
intern, I
intern.
suppose.
Okay, yeah.
Not a real person, but
Not really. You have 3 real people and an intern who might be a
Hilarious.
person one day.
I did my new eye exam. Well, so I got a message from my old eye doctor that the eye doctor was retiring. And I was like, well, shit, that's horrible. Because he was a nice dude. He even gave me a cell phone number in case Skitch had any issues. And he's like, I know how the military is. Just call me. Well, now he's retired, so that sucks. Because now he's got pink eye from a spider web. And,
it's healed now.
whatever. You're
Your
still...
face. That was awesome. Did you see his face? It's healed. Like half of your face was trying to run away from the other
It's like
half
Bell's
of your
palsy.
face. Yeah.
His Bell's palsy on you.
Oh, no.
And so then I got this new one. And I tell you what, so I went in there. First of all, they serve beer and wine
Where?
at the eye doctor.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What?
Perfect.
Yeah. I was like, what?
It's like,
This is
read
how you
this.
sell so many glasses.
Read that shit.
Read anything. I took a picture of it. I was like, bitch.
Dude, I want to do optometry drunk.
So then,
read this.
you go
oh,
in
no,
there.
It says your mother's whore.
There was this dude, the assistant or whatever. He was like Mr. GQ. He had the fancy hair. He was like wearing like a lab coat and everything. And he's
I
got
wanna
like my
pet
chart.
him.
And he's like
I'm gonna pet your dog.
teaching some dude that literally looks like he is probably got bullied for being like a pansy or something in school. Like he had like Gitch type hair from high school, like his hairstyle. And he kind of looked like maybe he was a skater boy or something. And
I wasn't a skater boy.
he looked like a Macaulay Culkin with long hair. And so he looked kind of weird. But so the dude was just sitting there like, okay. And then this dude's like, yeah, so she had an injury, this is a sinus infection to her brain. You gotta check this off here, check this off here, check this off. I mean, the doctor's gonna ask you, so I mean, look, he's flipping through the pages. He's like, yeah, so you see what I'm doing here? That's what you need to do. And then he moves on. He's like, and then goes into the next room. All right, come with me. So then I follow along. He's like, you can put your purse on that chair. That's
Whoa.
fine. And then
Whoa, what?
Jabei. That's insane.
Why
That's
is
like
it-
10 times.
why isn't it going to the other side?
I don't know.
Because you don't know how to manage a computer.
But he bought. Well, it just randomly logged us out. It's not my fault.
Sheesh.
Leading your way through a series of boards.
Intern.
What?
Jabei. They bought their house for $28,000 in 1986.
And it's now worth $204,543.
That's justice.
That's almost 10 times as much. However, $28,000 in 1986 is probably about $100,000
Yeah.
Yeah.
in today's money.
I mean, we bought that house in Tacoma and it was $129,000, and now it's $480,000.
Yeah.
Well,
We
Hindsight.
snoozed and lose.
I know. I feel like we snoozed in Washington too, but it is what it is.
We didn't snooze. We were like sick of it and got out of it.
We just were. We didn't think we were in the right position to buy. We probably could have though. But
I mean, honestly, I think if we would have had a different property manager, it would have been fine. But
Yeah. The property manager we
trying
had,
to
though,
talk to him about getting things changed around that, he's like, "No, I'm just done with it. I'm just done with it." He was done with it.
You were too.
If I would have had a
Blame
different
it on
property
me.
manager, it would have been different. I told you that. Because I called that Windermere place.
Yeah. Well, we also weren't treating it like a business, which we should have done.
yeah.
But
What is she doing over there?
she's just being in heat.
loving the chords.
I love these cords. I love these things. I love them.
Bill won't let you pet him.
Yeah. She'll trip you going up the stairs though. She'll be like, "Oh, you gotta give me attention."
Microphone's back.
So I had that crazy like assistant at the eye doctor. He just was very superior, like, you know, like he was like, "Oh, I run the show. You can leave your purse there. Blah blah. Come with me." And then, you know, he was just like telling that little assistant that he had that he was training on the job. He was like, "Oh, you do this, and you gotta do this. Yeah, you see what I'm doing here?" And I was just like, "Dude, okay, very full of yourself." And then we get to the eye doctor, and she comes in, and she's like gregarious, like she's like, "Huh?" You know, it's like, whoa, what is happening? This is way too much for me.
Yeah.
And like everything was, she spoke really loud, and she was like, like laughing. She like slaps your arm and falls over laughing. And I was like, this is what people do when they hit on people. They're like, women are like, laugh at a dumb joke a guy tells. Yeah, so I was like, what's happening here? And then I was like, how did my eyesight change so drastically, like, since the last time I got glasses? She's like, well, you're over 43, or over 40. You're 43. I'm like, shit, she's just saying I'm just old. So she gets out, she's like, you gotta fast track her glasses because she needs them bad. I was like, man, I should have been drunk to go through this appointment.
Barley.
Right when they serve wine and beer. Opinions are not for dogs.
He's got this little tired face going on. He's like, I don't understand. Yeah, I walked past and he was just chilling in his little crate. He's just laying there.
He was in
Oh, well, yeah, Viva loves his crate. Viva's like, this is my home. I get this huge home. I'm a little dog.
Yeah.
Barley, go back to the small dog bed. You get that now. You get that little pillow. That's where he's at, too. He's like, I guess I can't go in my crate. Viva's in there.
Just lay on the pillow.
He's like trying to figure out where to lay it. Okay, I'll lay on the couch.
There you go.
He's
You're a
like,
good
they
boy.
just told me a command. He's like, oh, I'm coming.
Here I
I'm coming.
Yeah, it's getting positive.
You're talking to me, I'm coming over.
The door's open.
It's like, he reaches to the back. I can't get through. How do I get to you? I'll lay down in here. I can't get over there. That's where you pet me.
You're ridiculous.
He's a funny dude.
Good thing you're so cute. 'Cause you're
We need the puppy cam because we're talking about all this stuff.
Nobody can see him.
I know.
Buddy, you're acting like you can't reach me.
He's like, no, I want to be in my crate, but I also want to get petted by you. No.
No, he can't be. That's the whole idea.
What?
Because if he was smart and pretty, that'd be a disaster.
He's pretty intelligent on some things.
True.
We had all those dog toys Pierre can't figure out.
Yeah, we got the puzzle toys for him.
He just figures them out lickety-split.
Runs through them.
And then he's been locking Pierre in the crate all day today.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't go in there and then he just like shuts the door on him. Like, all right, you're stuck in there now, jerk.
Yeah.
Taking all my toys.
It's funny. Well, and then he gets all upset at Viva and Pierre when they don't play with him, so he takes his big paw and he goes, and, like, smashes him down to the floor. He's like, you're done. Play with me or else.
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
What's he saying now?
This is a picture of him as a kid in a tire.
Oh, I got one too.
Oh, yeah.
I got one of my kid.
I don't have a picture, but I used to.
Well, it says kid in a tire of a farm
tractor.
Oh,
Picture
okay.
of him as a kid.
I was reading the last part of it.
IQ is 152, so 8 below Einstein.
Oh.
Nice. Right, but you have such a.
How old is he?
YouTube video.
What generation are you in? I'm gonna find that picture of Clay. Drank enough that I'm like, what am I looking at? And I can't see.
StreamBot is still sending everything on Twitch.
And his comments are coming like in twice. Did you notice that?
Yeah, that's,
Here's Clay. He's like, I don't want on this tractor.
Yeah, you could tell he was not having it.
Mm-mm. Oh, I sent you a picture to post. Yeah.
there it goes.
Oh, that's my sister's birthday. Now we know a better person than my sister.
That's right. 2006.
My oldest son was 12, I think. No, wasn't quite. He was 7, I think. No, he was 8.
I don't do math in my head.
17, I guess. It'll be 18 in July. My goodness.
It is July, so like literally like.
Well,
Oh wait, no, it's June.
It's June.
Next
like,
month.
when is
Next
July?
month.
No, it's not Jennifer.
No, actually, it's 16.
I like stargazing in the Aurora Borealis.
Oh,
Hell
that's what our
yeah.
daughter likes to do too.
That's awesome. I freaking love stargazing in the Aurora Borealis. We tried to catch it in Washington. We never did.
You gotta
so
be
mad
in
about
Minnesota.
that.
You see it all the time.
I will see it. Well, I have seen it from an airplane, but I'm going to see it from the ground. Preferably in like Iceland or something.
Yes, one of the Nordic.
Yes, that'd be cool. I'd like to go to Iceland in general.
Reykjavik.
Yeah, but
He's insane.
You can see it in the UP. You also can see the Milky too.
Oh man, I love seeing the Milky Way.
You've received 100 messages today with Restream chat.
We did it.
Yay!
the old rest stream.
I mean, I've seen the Milky Way because when intern and I went like camping in the desert, California desert, it's really dark. There's no light pollution there, so we saw the Milky Way there.
That's cool.
It was really cool. I've never seen so many stars in my entire life. I think the next closest thing would be Utah when we went to Utah.
Yeah.
We saw Milky Way in Utah too, actually.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, we did.
It just, I feel like it wasn't quite as dark out there as it was when we went to the desert.
This is the barn growing up.
That Chrissy May wants everybody to
My little
see.
horses would be inside there.
Aw. Oh, that's a good picture. I
Mhm.
like that. Be like a painting. Man, what? You gotta use the bathroom?
No.
No?
He needs a beer.
No, we're
No.
just covering him up with a picture of Clayton.
Oh, perfect. That's why I'm moving. I don't want to be covered up by a picture of me.
Yeah, he hated being on the tractor when he was a baby. I think it scared him to death.
Barley, what are you looking at, buddy?
He looks like he's watching the TV screen
Yeah.
or the monitor. He's very interested.
Watching something.
He's like, were you guys talking about me?
Yeah, we're talking about you, bud.
He's
Don't be
"Where's-"
messing with those
he's
cords
like,
over there.
Where's that Ryan guy? That's my favorite guy.
Oh, turn it open.
He's like, I'm coming. He's like, he talked to me. Here I come.
Can you feed me to the fence? In the arms of no.
Where's Susan Sarandon at?
Look at him. He's like, oh, I'm just so concerned about the food. He's like, I'm licking my lips. Give me the food.
You're a cool dog.
He's like, what? No, I don't want to be Tom Cruise.
Play hooky on Wednesday night.
Let's just go during lunchtime.
Yeah, exactly.
Get a Bavarian pretzel for lunch.
Perfect.
Be like this whole amount of time.
Exactly.
Also, I'm on crew rest Wednesday, so I won't have to.
I will absolutely pack a lunch.
Need you there.
Just get scared because they think stars are aliens.
Hell yeah. People that are like big city, they do kind of freak out when like
There were people
things
around
happen.
here that thought freaking space show coming back from the ISS was an alien.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I'm from the big city. I never thought that stars were aliens.
There's normal people in the big city too, but like, you know, a lot of big city people that like when we were in Washington and like the ice storm happened, you guys weren't there yet, but there was a huge ice storm that happened and it took out a ton of power and people were losing their minds. They're like, what am I going to do? Like, blah, 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 blah. You know, like you couldn't go to work. Like the roads were icy anyway, so you weren't driving anywhere. All the power lines were down. The malls were shut down. My bank was shut down. Like everything was just closed. Mm-hmm. And I worked from home. Like I'd call on my customers because I just grabbed all my paper files and went home and called on my customers to check on them and make sure they didn't need anything. And that was what I did for work. Like, but a lot of people didn't have that, you know, like their work was just shut down because there's no power. And then they were freaking out. They were like, what am I going to do? There's no power. Oh, my food's going to go bad in my house. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, just don't open your refrigerator a million times.
People don't get it.
I mean, in Minnesota,
Light a candle.
you put your beer outside to cool it up in the wintertime because it's quicker than putting it in the fridge. Just lay it in some snowbank and you're like, oh shit, I gotta go get a beer. It's outside. That's what, awesome. Like, when it was really cold this last winter and I had the beer outside on the back patio and Devin Bacon was like, why is the beer outside? I was like, because from Minnesota, that's what you do.
Yeah.
It's cold.
He's from Texas.
Yeah.
He's super hot.
Jay Gummit.
He's probably fried eggs on the fucking pavement, though.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
He's
Or
cooking
his car.
Yeah, he's cooking meals in the vehicle. Yeah, I remember when you were doing the EIB lanes out in Washington.
Yes, I have.
I've never been, I don't think.
I don't think, well, I probably have been, but I was really young. But I do know, I do listen to Mustard's Retreat. They sing about Mackinac.
Have you seen the movie Escanaba into Moonlight?
I really need to see it. I need to make a note to see that movie. I really do.
Awesome.
I saw it first time with my friend Paul. Jeff Daniels stars in it.
Oh, awesome. I love Jeff Daniels.
Yeah. And it is hilarious.
Maybe I'll try and find it tomorrow. I have to study a little bit, but I'll have obviously some downtime as well.
Strange Brew. If you've seen Strange Brew,
no.
What?
see that one
You gotta see that one.
too.
That's like iconic. Yeah, hoser. This is they kind of remind me of that duo, the one that doesn't speak, Silent Bill or whatever.
Oh, Jay and Silent Bob.
Jay and Silent Bob. Yeah, that's what the movie kind of reminds me of, that rhetoric, but like Canadian.
Yeah, actually what's cool, I mean, I've definitely been over in the Mackinac Bridge a couple of times when I was a kid, but then when I visited my great grandma before she passed away in 2000, I think I went in 2008 or 2009. I know it was right before we got married. I drove over the Mackinac Bridge as well. What's really cool too is I've been on a ferry as a kid. I remember I went on a ferry
Going
that
to
went
the UP?
from. I don't remember where it went. I swear it went to Mackinac Island though, because I remember going to Mackinac Island on ferry.
I read a book about the Mackinac Island in junior high, but it's closest I have to that, to relating.
My mom has many stories about her leeches when growing up. I was so scared when I would visit Michigan that I was going to end up with leeches on me.
Well, the thing that what I learned is if you're on the shore of Lake Superior and you find a pocket of warm water,
You don't go near it.
don't go swimming in
Yeah.
it. You could literally like we went in the first time, we got like 5 leeches.
Ugh.
We would like pull them off,
Ugh.
and then we would sit there on the shore and you could just watch the leeches swimming around in the water. Why do we ever get this?
Oh, do you have Paramount Plus?
I don't think so. Maybe?
Oh, okay.
Watch the new Star Wars Trek.
The reason I ask is because that movie with Sandra Bullock and
Oh,
Chad.
the one I want to see.
Yes, it's on Paramount Plus. I watched it. It's so funny. It's definitely worth
We're
it.
gonna have to get it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
We don't have to get
Lost City or whatever it's called. I don't know.
I
Yeah.
think we can. It's on.
Or we could ask Andy to add it to the
I'm
Plex.
pretty sure it's in. Yeah,
I don't want to pay for it.
we won't have to.
I've looked for it, and the only place that I could have gotten it was the Peacock, an NBC or whatever. Like a.
It was on Paramount for us because we have Paramount Plus.
I didn't look into that one.
We have so many subscription services.
What is it called? Lost Island, Lost City.
I think so.
Have you guys seen the trailer for the new Ethan Hawke movie?
Mm-mm.
Looks scary as fuck. It's called Black Phone. Yeah, it's called the Black Phone. It's like
I don't like scary movies.
It's like that phone.
Golden Gate, 1.17 miles long, while the Mackinac is 5 miles long. The Golden Gate has a lot of fog covering it, while the Mackinac has the northern lights above it.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, I always try to sell Minnesota to people too.
I think they're both really
Tell them you
cool.
like Porta Johns? You're welcome.
I think you just have to really catch the Golden Gate at the right time to avoid it being covered with fog.
For Lost City. So you're gonna have to.
But you definitely can't beat the Northern Lights. And that the Golden Gate Bridge definitely does not have.
This is Paramount Plus plus Showtime. You can bundle up and save 38%. Well, we already have Showtime.
All right, I think we're all about that point.
Yeah, I got first up tomorrow.
I think we're gonna call it.
Jesus, that sucks.
That's 3 hours of the show, so that's our normal. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Everybody that's new, really appreciate you.
I had so much fun this
Yeah.
week.
If you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. If you're on Twitch, hit the follow button. If you're on Twitter, I don't know what you do, but figure it out.
I don't know what you do.
You'll know when we go live next time. We really appreciate having all of you. And until next time, hold on. Let me get my phone set up before I do the sign up. I always do this.
Why don't you
It's
just
like
get...
super awkward.
And you
What's
can't even
your
get
phone
your...
pronouncing?
And then you can't find anything. You got 1 million pages up?
What are you trying to do?
He's trying
Gotta
to...
get to the thing so I can push the button to go to the end.
Didn't do the things.
Okay, anyway, yeah, thank you. Really appreciate having you. It was a lot of fun. Until next time.
You sound like a car salesman.
Hold on.
We're never getting